We're back. What was I doing? Sorry, I wasn't doing that. That's not what I was doing. That's not at all. That's not at all what I was doing. Fuck, it's not gonna let me just keep playing what I was playing, bro. Thanks, appreciate that actually.
I've only got a spark. I fix the art and mix a mental potion of sonic sounds. Like nothing like it. A poet smart, I know a arc, but the world won't like it. Fuck. It's cold as heart and as red as mice. In a starving pit, a Harvey. I'm tearing mice as I roam the streets. Like Gotham Pass, step on the gas. I can't feel a thing. I'm in my bag, no, not that bag. It's the little things. I've only got a spark. I fix the art and mix a mental potion of sonic sounds. The sonic sounds like nothing like you. I know this part. You wrote your heart. It formed a haiku. The world is out to get me, and it got me. So let's get her good. I've only got perception. It's deception around these types of hoods. I need my circle perched around.
Listen, man. I know I haven't been streaming that much. And I just want to say, I'm not gonna ever change. No, I'm sorry. Oh man, no, I should have. No, I got tired of playing the game a little bit, and I wasn't really seeing any not necessarily seeing any growth in my music nor my channel on YouTube from streaming. Fucking asshole. So I'm, you know, if the whole point is to gain more, you know, just whatever, then like spending all this time and all this content being wasted isn't really, you know. Plus, I'm trying to get back into the studio. Not that like I'm really having a hard time. I'm really not. It's just I'm at a point where I go to the studio now, and I've been doing that for a while, as opposed to just making music in my like room. So I kind of want to just make music in my room, but that's what I haven't done in a long time. I haven't done that. The last song I made in my bedroom, bro, was probably I don't even know. The last song I made myself was Dressed in Black, but I still made that myself in the studio. Before that, I don't even know. I think the very last song I made in my room I probably didn't even put out. But yeah. So what I really ultimately need to do is I need to go to the studio, sit down and make a song. But yeah. I've been learning guitar though recently. Or teaching myself guitar, rather. Excuse me. Couldn't if you dreamed up. What would I for you or you were me and not the eat up? She open wide receiver. Fit just like apple tweaking. Got a season in your home. Sure to keep the dome before you reach the phone. But yeah, man, this is a music stream. For those of you who stop in and stop out, this is definitely a music stream. All the songs you hear are songs that I made myself. I got my hand inside every plate. You can't stand me, that's a sick fate. You don't stand for shit anyway. Either way. Riding through your hood, can't see my face. Smoking animal, what does it take? I got a vape that'll melt your face. I really hate you. I showed her got my winner and she put it in her head. Just so much is going on around me right now. Fuck, I see you, brother. Don't think I don't. I certainly do. Do you have a sniper by chance? Other brother? Or am I just murdered? No. I think that sniper's still down there. Is that him? Yeah.
Look at that sniper. Look at that sniper, like a little fucking spider. Look at that little guy. He just killed him. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my good sir. I shall use it valiantly. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Excuse me, sir. Good sir. Good sir. Excuse me, sir. Don't run, sir. It'll only be longer, sir. Oh, good sir. Oh, good sir. Oh, good sir. Fuck. My eyes are watering, sir. Good sir. Good sir, good sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Will that be all? I suppose it is. Onward. Good sir, good sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, sir. Thank you. Good sir, thank you. Good sir, my good sir, thank you. I'm just gonna let the tears flow. If you're not crying while playing Call of Duty, you're just not locked in, bro. Like the fuck? It's not the chair, it's the lack of tears. You're not close enough to the monitor. You're not staring long enough at the monitor. You're not staring intently enough into the monitor. You just... Where's my team? What the fuck? Where are they at? Oh, they opened up the thing. Holy shit. Do I have a thing? Nope. Escape the school, we know it all, they locked it up inside. I knew that was gonna happen. That was my plan all along, actually. It was to trick the people up there. See, they thought I was gonna throw it up there, but no, I'm gonna throw it right here, big dog. Throw it right here, big dog. I wanna stop using this A94 so bad. I almost genuinely hate this gun. Because I'm using, it's just not the same gun. It just has more, like, kick or something. Spaghetti for my last meal. What? How did I get a hit mark on a guy on the fucking ground? Stop playing with me. That's not who I'm trying to kill. I'm trying to kill this man here. He's still there too. They're over there fighting their fucking heart out. Here we go, buddy. Oh, perfect. Okay, let me get the fuck out of here, because I just got hit in the back with some bullshit. Alright. Let me keep on trucking. Good sir, good sir. Bro, this gun is so annoying. Okay, we did that chat. We did that. someone bought this gun. Like it's like glitching or something. I'm not even trying to be weird. It's like the gun genuinely like shoots weird. But it could just be me. I don't know why I'm using this gun. This gun has taken me the absolute longest out of all the guns to rank up. And I just want to I don't even know. I don't even think I like the last camo. I don't even know why I'm using it. I just wanted it to be good so bad. And it was kind of good at first. But of course I and then land directly into my box of white t-shirts. Right there. You got friends? Don't go too far. I took my kill. Oh, right there. What was that? Someone's on that roof? Yeah. Should've got that headshot. Fuck. Got him. We were watching, we were waiting, we were hunting, we were ready, and you were not. Someone's probably in there with you, Blue.
We all like pop, I like pop, I like pop. We all like pop, I like pop, I like pop. Go out like pop, we all like pop, I like pop. Go out like pop, I like pop, I like pop. Go out like pop, I like pop. Go out like pop, we all like pop, I like pop.
Have a nigga missing, tell a nigga not to listen if a nigga. Let's get it, boys. That was nice. I like that. I don't have the money to bring him back. That was nice though. They were moving and grooving and shit. Like you see that? The team was moving. Like I like that. They were nice. They're not buying their mans back though. They said to hell with their mans, I guess. I'm trying to get the bread. I mean, they got 22 mans over there. They're gonna come back for their shit. They had gulag. That gas don't move for another 2 minutes. No, it's moving now actually. That's them though right there trying. He must be AFK or something, because he's not even complaining to come back. I helped you, but now I gotta finish it. Wait, how was that the same guy I just killed? That was definitely the same guy I just killed. Coming in from the gulag. Like there's no doubt about that name. I'm almost certain it was the same name. Oh, there he is. Now he wants to be brought back. The fucking bands, dude. Your bands. You know what you are. Fuck. Okay. Shit, I might walk from the fight, never run. Child made that a little easier, I will admit, yeah. bro. I'm just trying to eat my Doritos. Damn, all the shots I've made all day, and I'm like the easiest shots in the world right there. I'm fucking up, right? Yeah. Alright, I'm about to go to regular after this. I think we're about to win this anyways. I think. I could be wrong. No, it's actually 18 teams left. Never mind. I'm not gonna win it all. Ashes, ashes, your bitch, she on my dick. That's it laid up on my wrist. He's dying a lot. Like, I don't mean to be that guy, but he's just dying a lot. I hurt somebody. I'm too though. That's why I turned around. That's a lot of shit. Well, there's not even a buy station there, so there's really no need to like push up so aggressively. See him getting shot, but I just can't see where the bullets are coming from. There you are. How did that not hit? I should try. I should try. They're reviving their teammate in the smoke. One's behind the rock, the other's in the smoke. Two left, right there. That's the last guy right there.
Lighting up the black, yeah, give me that. No need for that. Your boy could always rap. Y'all didn't notice that my flow can make the dopest tracks. Look at where my
GG's, how ya boys?
spitting balls for drunk bitches thinking I could maybe hit. Grab her hips, she got ass, it's just my hip. It's like six in the middle with a ninja. No fake shit, mistake, you can't take it. I'm not breaking the wheel in my heart. Is adjacent to my enemies.
Oh yeah. GG's. Looks like I was playing with some fellow demons. We almost hit 100 kills. Or 100 eliminations. Shit, what day is it? What day is it? This is one of the first songs I ever recorded.
What day is it? What day is it? What day is it? What day is it? I learned to step.
Oh, my bad, guys. I don't have the chat open. Let me open the chat. He said, bro, relax. I just got off work. Bro, I just got off work too. What are you talking about? Come on, bro. Please win. Thank you. I appreciate you. I definitely did. What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I'm a harvest and cultivation technician. So I grow plants for our government. For my state, rather. There we go. Now I could see the messages. It's hot as hell in here. Let me get something to drink. Give me 1 second. He said, bro, relax.
And when I drop the solo tape, fuck it, no one's going half on it. It's all love, and we all love that. Every outro got on me. Just pure violence, smoke trails, and ill guidance. Cause I just cut it up and broke up with a half on it. Just to put my life and motherfucking past on it. That ass on it, in so many ways I laughed on it. Bro, you bloods, native tongue, it's poetry. So that's on it.
He said, bro, do you smoke plants? Yes, I grow cannabis. I grow cannabis in my state. I said plants because I didn't want to, I don't know, I didn't want to say I grow weed. Harvest and cultivation technician. I grow cannabis in the state that I live in, for the legal dispensaries in our state. So yes, I do smoke. I actually got some ganja right here. You probably can't even see it, but I'm gonna light up in a second. I got like a J left. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, man. So shit, like right now in our facility, they're like redoing the whole greenhouse that we're working in. We used to like just have our plants kind of like on like a ground with like tarp, I guess, and like we would like clean it every day and keep it. It would mainly just be on the ground, and then a lot of facilities are like that. But also a lot of facilities have tables. So we've been pretty much just adding tables to our facility the past like I want to say almost month now. So like the work has been a little different, a lot more strenuous at points, and then we're like working out the nooks and crannies of the new tables and like a whole new like harvest and drying routine and shit. So we're just like ironing all that stuff out. So I'm a little more exhausted than normal maybe, and I haven't been streaming like normally, but I'm pretty happy to say the least. Ain't nothing wrong with some herbal essence. No, I agree totally. I 100% agree. Like, yeah, obviously, you know, I grow it, and I've been smoking weed since I was literally like, so it made sense for me to get into the industry, and did. He says, how's your stream going? My stream's going pretty good. I can't complain. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate all you guys. What state you in? The laws here in VA is so wishy-washy. We are in Jersey. I'm in Jersey. So yeah. So I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know about any other state really. I know most of the other states. They're pretty iffy and wishy-washy when it comes to weed. It's been legal in Jersey for a couple years now. I want to say almost 8 years now, maybe more. Like it's just been completely legal recreationally and medically. And the particular company that I work for, this is the third that I've worked for in the last 3 years, doing the same thing, harvest and cultivation. Except when I first started at the very first company, what was it? Order fulfillment specialist. So I would pretty much like collect the orders to be shipped out to the dispensaries. Like I would collect what they need from around the factory to be shipped out and shit. I'm literally not even paying attention. But
But I did that for 6 months, and then I moved over to harvest and cultivation. And this is the third. This is he's right next to me. This is the third factory I've been at though. What was I gonna say? Oh, and I think this particular company has been around, or this particular facility I think has been around for about 8 years exactly. So cannabis might have been legal for longer than 8. It's been legal since like started when the start of COVID hit, like around there, like 2020 I think is when it was legalized, or 2022. Can you tell me some brief about the game? Actually, I never played this game. Word, I would have thought up north would have been more strict, but that's dope. Nah, up north is mad lax about it because of New York. Like once it became legal in New York, it was over. Yeah, they're pretty cool about stuff like that. Bro asked me to explain what game this is. This is Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I'm not really sure what to explain. I'm not even playing it. I'm over here. I got to talking about cannabis and shit, so I got carried away with that. But yeah, it's definitely more strict down south. Like down south does not fuck with weed. Let me see if these guys just landed on me or what. Okay, they just kept going. Oh, okay, actually maybe not. Oh, they're doing a recon. They didn't see me, huh? I should have got to the fucking helicopter, but he saw me. And once he saw me, I freaked out. And plus, they weren't bad at all. That was a level 1000, and he was cracked. As soon as I shot, they started moving like roaches. It's a cool game. Call of Duty's been around for years, man. It's Call of Duty, you know? You either love it or you hate it. But, if there's a particular type of, like, well, I could probably recommend something to you. But yeah, I don't know if also I totally forgot. This isn't even casual. This is fucking this is regular Warzone. That's probably why that guy left, because I was playing like it's casual. That's why they're leaving. Man. I be forgetting, like, I'm not gonna leave my guy, but I keep forgetting that like people take regular Warzone really seriously because of like win streaks and shit. I'm sorry, but I'll be smoking, I'll be drinking. Like I just got off work and shit, so like I don't always play regular Warzone. Like I play casual a lot. Just so I don't gotta like worry about it that much, you know what I mean? Especially like if I'm like playing solo, like if I'm not trying to really help out the team, I don't want to fuck anybody's like day up because I'm fucking up their win streak because I'm not playing how I'm supposed to play. So I usually just play I was doing so good these last couple of games in casual. I was like, fucking let me excuse me, let me just go to regular Warzone. And I totally forgot I'm just running around like an idiot. I know these guys are so pissed at me. I'm sorry, guys. Fucking cat and mouse, huh? How long have you been streaming live, like overall? I started streaming about 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, I started with my friend, and it was after I stopped working at the first factory that I was working at, and to make a long story short, like I was like just doing a lot of like interesting, funny, cool shit with that one friend living in his basement, just like, you know, just kind of just acting up cool basically. And I started streaming around then, so about 2 years ago. And one day like XQC was like looking at other people's streams, and he clicked on mine while he was live, and a bunch of people joined my stream and shit. And that's when I really started getting a lot of views. I don't get a lot of views anymore, but like after that I got like so many views for like a month. And then it kind of just died down, as it was expected. Why, like, I have like 1.7k subscribers and shit, because of that moment right there. And then I make music on my channel, and my music has done pretty well for itself too. So many people subscribed to me after he I guess rated my stream. Mad people joined from his stream when he was doing it. It's because started playing my music. Okay, alright. I know he's so mad at me. This guy right here, Cryover, is so mad at me. He's like, dude, you fucking suck. Do you guys see that I tried to shoot my bro from all the way over there with an Akita with a shotgun? That's how you can tell I'm not paying attention to the game. Like, oh. Thank you. Word, I realized you're on Kick. So when I said that whole when I said the whole 17 or 1.7K subscribers, I meant on YouTube specifically. On Kick and Twitch and TikTok. Yeah. I'm sorry. I feel so bad for the people that I was just playing with. I hate when I do that. Like, I'm not trying to fuck up anybody's game. I'm just gonna drink. I'll be right back. And I appreciate you, man. I hope, you know, I get 50 followers on Kick very soon, too, you know? Yeah, no? That'd be dope. I'm gonna definitely switch back to casual for a second, so I could take a brief break. I gotta lock in if I'm gonna go regular. I'm playing music, I'm drinking, I'm smoking. I don't have my mic on. I'm talking to you guys. I cannot do both. I cannot. And if I'm gonna go to casual, I can't use the AN94. What am I using the AN94 for? Like, let's really talk about it. What am I using this gun for again? There's no reason. There's no reason at all. I have no use for this gun right now. I want to stop using it. Like, I'm doing it just straight off of pride at this point. Like, I just like the pride of just not giving up. But it's not a good gun anymore. I'm going back to my Peacekeeper. I'm going back. I would love to have a good squad that I could rely on. Man, I wish I had like a solid squad. Like, so like I could like still do the streamer shit and like talk. And like they could get the dub, you know what I mean? Not like carry me or nothing, but like the type of team where it's like I'm not even worried because they're just that good. My monitor also keeps like blacking, like the screen just goes black out of nowhere. Excuse me. I think I need a monitor. You do some crazy art stuff? That's cool. Tell me about it. I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear about your art, man. I mean, I don't know if I can necessarily click any links or anything, but if you like tell me about it and if it sounds interesting, I might like look at it on my phone. But I don't think I can click any links because I'm not on Kick. I'm on you know, my streaming software or whatever, and I can't like click links to it if you send a link. But I could definitely I'll definitely like, you know, I'd love to hear about it for sure. I don't even know why I jumped out, honestly. It was an accident. recall. We will be fine if we don't. We'll be fine if we don't. Boys and gals. Oh shit, he's getting fucking. Oh man, I saw that. Excuse me. Fuck. Excuse me. Damn, my screen just went black again. I can't see anything. Dude, what the fuck is my screen doing that for? Fuck. Is this wire? I wish I knew why that was happening so I can make it stop. Because if it happens during a gunfight, I'm gonna be so sad. Are they even trying to open up the center, or are they just fucking goofing around? Even though this Maddox was pretty good. Missed every shot. You didn't even get a hit marker on the thing. Is he? Alright, well, I got everything I need. Well, actually. I'm about to die. Fuck. I broke my ankles. I'm fine. Well, I guess the Wii's working. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna send you a friend request on Discord. I apologize. I'm not gonna do that. If you want to tell me about the art though, I'm so down to hear about it. But I'm not gonna. Go on Discord. I don't even use Discord that much. I do have a Discord. I do. I just don't even use it. It's such a pain. Such a pain. Oh, wow. Sir, Dense, you almost fucking... You almost did me dirty, sir. Also, I was supposed to stop using this. I was supposed to switch to the, what you call it? I forgot. Honestly, it might not be Dense. It might just be a gun. Let me get prone firing. I'm sorry. Well, can't tell me about it. And if this, you know, if this was your way of, you know, getting it out there, I totally understand. And I support you in everything you're doing. However, I will not add you on Discord at this moment, no. Mainly because I'm playing the game. But I definitely need to get more into Discord. I feel like Discord is like just a whole thing that I've been ignoring for so long. I mean, I have a Discord. I use it like if I ever need to like play the game and I'm trying to play with like a friend, like a close friend or something, which is odd because like talk to people you don't know, right? Well, yeah, buy him back right there. Yeah, look, he's doing it right now. What, does he not have the money? Oh my god, I almost jumped into it. Fuck you. He's trying to get the money, he doesn't have the money. Buddy. I got you, I'll get you and your friends back, don't worry. Got him. Sorry, bucko. I take it you want to rob your friend, right? Come to the bar. Come on. Let me see. Where are you gonna go? Fun, ladies. But I really should get going. Thank you, sir. Sir, my good sir. Good sir. I left mine at home. I thought I saw a fucking sniper glitch. My good sir. Oh, my teammate behind me. That's fine. My good sir, I see you, but do you see me? Fuck teammate. There's more than one. Holy shit. I fucking jumped down to the worst thing possible. What were the odds that there was fucking someone in there? And I gave him so much stuff and he saw all that money. He was fucking lying. Just waiting for me. Do you have Instagram? Yeah, my Instagram is ONLYGOTDOPE. Just like how you see it on YouTube. It's the same way. It is the same way. 𝖔𝖓𝖊. I think I scared her with the pre-fire. Alright. What's the next? I guess I will go for my loadout. You're right. You're right. Dope. That's a great idea. You should get your loadout. You do deserve it. Fighting 2 people right now. Fuck. Sorry, bucko. I was trying to not let you die, but I had to let you die. It's okay. That's alright. You don't worry your sweet little head. And don't ever tell me which buy station to go to again in your life, you understand? I'll get shot in the fucking back. Yeah, see him up there. Shot, bitch. Won't be landing anymore, though. Promise you that. Why am I in a terrible spot? I gotta fight back. I can't just run, because they're gonna get over the ridge before I get to where I need to go. Unless they don't chase me, but I doubt they won't. Last time I found, they actually didn't. It's prone firing. I don't know. That squad is probably over there somewhere. I would have to guess. Right? I have so many shots over here. I'm sorry, I did not mean to do that. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Someone's getting hella kills over there. The right idea with the car, I don't know why you didn't stay in it. I guess I see why you didn't stay in it. I don't think it's worth it. I could play it at the top of this mountain. They see me rolling, they hating. Same thing again. I did the same thing again. I hopped out in front of 2 people. That's what I get, thinking I'm hard. Thinking I'm tough, Mr. Tough Guy. Just to hop out on anybody, right? Damn, they're getting work down there. It's right there. Oh, actually, no, I'm going back to my guns. There's them right there, guys. Do they not see me? They don't see me. I'm going right back for my shot. Oh, no, they're right here. I'm dead. Fucking dead. Fucking dead. Not happening, not happening, not happening. Here, but I don't see. Right over there? There is. Ah, so I was trying to fucking dive. I was trying to dive and I hit triangle. I ran straight to him. Oh, they're all the way over here with it. I see. I was like, I'm gonna let him do his thing. We're just gonna wait. Where's the buy station that they just brought me back from? Where's the... Can we get a loadout? I need a loadout. What buy station did they even just use? Just now. I'm so confused. Oh, this one, I guess? Like, what do you guys want me to do with no fucking loadout? You just want me to just fucking... Twiddle me thumbs? Alright, fuck it. I guess I'm gonna just go forward. I got a grappling hook, dickhead. I need a gun. Someone in front of me. I'm gonna put on single fire next, and I saw that. Boy, of course not. Bro, they're like, they got a good like plan and everything. In the last circle, they're set up solid. They're not thinking about their team. Like, I get it. But it's like, I mean, I guess they plan on just winning just 2 of them right there, which is valid, but still, if we had all of them, we'd have a good shot at this. I want this kill too. That body, where'd he go? He's not on the map anymore. Did he kill himself? I think he did right there, yo. Who has 2? I have. Oh, the fucking buy station is gone anyways. Alright, Blue. I'm taking your chopper. Sorry. We were taking too long. I was gonna leave you. 9 teams left. Holy shit. They actually might just win the 2 of them right there. missing all my shots. After boy. Good calls. I wasn't even listening to your. There's two of them. There's two up here with us too. Have the upper hand. You gotta come to me. They played that so smart, bro. They played. And this guy just sitting there. He's fucking. What to do? Dude, why are you just sitting there? That's not reason to wait. There's no win streak anyways. But yeah. That was a good game. They played that really smart. I mean, I forgot there was two at that last second. They actually probably might have revived the guy down anyways. Did they kill my teammate that was up there with me? I don't know what happened. I wasn't really paying attention to the pings. I was too into the game. Like, all the times I was missing those shots on the people running across. And they were just staring right at me. That was good, though. Oh yeah, man. Ah, fuck. But yeah, man. That was good. That was a good game. It's a great, great game, I suppose. I went to the store a couple minutes ago, or maybe like an hour ago now, and it started pouring raining. Like, it was raining super hard. It was raining so hard that I actually had a hard time connecting to the Call of Duty servers when I got back. But anyways, it was raining so hard, I was like, instead of getting some rolling papers, let me just go ahead and get 2 packs of like woods, because if I got rolling papers just like regular papers, they're gonna literally fall apart in my pocket because of the water and the rain. But right now I wish I would just got some papers, because I stopped smoking woods for a reason. I'm breathing so heavy right now, like backwoods every day. Like every time I used to smoke for like maybe 2 years, maybe 4 years of my life, maybe more, because I smoked backwoods a lot in college. I started smoking backwoods pretty much in college, and I didn't stop smoking backwoods. And I started college in 2014. I started college 2014, 2015, and I didn't stop smoking backwoods maybe 2020-ish, around like 2020, when I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna try my best to not smoke any backwoods. Occasions, but I wouldn't like buy them. Around 2020, so that's 5 years of just smoking backwoods, bro. Fuck, I don't know how I did that. I really don't. Cause just right now, like, I feel like hot and sweaty, breathing all heavy. I couldn't imagine like every time I needed to smoke it being a backwood, and that's literally what it used to be. Like, that's insane. Absolutely insane. Where you going, big dog? Right here to Papa. Right here to Big Papa. Right on my lap. Right on my lap. Alright. But yeah. I just couldn't imagine. I just couldn't imagine. But that's how it used to be, man. That's how it used to be, bro. Backwoods. And there's some people who still live like that. And you know what? More power to them, because they need it. They need all the power they can get. Because in backwoods, it's just not it. But I'm gonna roll me another one. I'm not gonna not smoke my weed. I don't even know what happened to my papers. I didn't run out of papers. I genuinely don't know what happened to them, though. I genuinely have no idea what happened to my papers. He wanted to fucking person, but he wanted it's like 40-50 cents to use my card. And like I don't normally have a problem if they do that, because a lot of people do that even though it's illegal. But like the reason why I had a problem with it is because then after that, so I sees him charge me, and I'm like, alright, whatever. Just as long as he gives me a bag. Because I got all this shit. So if he doesn't give me a bag, knowing damn well he shouldn't have, then he's just an asshole. So, alright, can you just give me a bag? And then he was like 50 cents for the bag. And I'm like, what do you mean 50 cents for the bag? You just charged me for using my card. And he said card fee. That's a card fee. Then I'm like, first of all, you know damn well that's illegal in New Jersey. You can't do that. And then he said, oh, it's the system. The system just charges it. And then like going back and forth with this nigga. And he's trying to act like he wasn't about to give me my trying to like explain shit. Bro, you're lying. Stop stealing from people. Little ass kids too. Stop stealing from little kids, because that's mainly who go into the store. Little kids. Stop stealing from little fucking kids, bro. God knows the shit they be pulling in there, bro. I can't stand that. I can't stand it, bro. And of course, it's like a poppy store in a predominantly black neighborhood, so you already know, bro. They're only doing that to the black people that go into the store, bro. They're not doing it to their abuelas, bro. And that's what makes it even more frustrating. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. You're just stealing. Stop. Every transaction, you're stealing an extra 50-40 cents. It adds up, bro. That's $1 every 2 people. Come on now. It adds up. Like, just stop. But yeah, we went back and forth. He definitely did give me my shit, and he didn't charge me for the bag. But I told him I was never going to come back there. And I stand on that. I most likely will never go back there, because it's just a matter of me getting fucking roll up. I can do that anywhere, dog. I don't gotta come here. Especially if you don't value my fucking drainage. Fuck. You got me, slow bagel. Especially if you don't value my patronage. Ripping me off. I don't need to be here. I don't need to come to this establishment, sir. I can go elsewhere with my hard-earned cash. Or my hard-earned debit. What the fuck you mean? But yeah. And I normally don't go to that store anyways. That's not the store that I normally go to, because I got a specific type of rolling paper that I like to get. So I go to a store that's the tiny. I have my car, of course, but I walk there because, like, right. Bro, we doing that? We doing that, big dog? We can do that. Yo, he really came for me, bro. He really came for me like that, dog. See, y'all got me over here talking and shit. I'm not even in my, like, killer zone, bro. I'm not even, like, where I need to be right now. And shit. I mean, I yap, but, like, damn. Fuck. I let that dude do that to me, bro. This is gonna be a long game, man. I was just brought back by Xanax. Look at his. Like, I would never lie to you guys. This man's name is Xanax. Alright. What was I saying? Yeah, but anyways, I walk a little further to go get the papers that I like, and I didn't do that because I didn't do it because it was fucking raining, one. But also, the store that I normally go to, there's been a couple times where I had a little walk, and they've been just like closed on a weekday, and it's like, alright, bro. Let me stop trying to go here, because y'all fucked up. So, you know, I've been going to this other store. Don't know why. I already, like, I knew better. Like, sometimes you could just tell. I knew better than to go to that fucking store. I knew they were gonna charge me. They were gonna give me the he's black charge. I knew I was gonna get that. Sometimes you could just. But yeah, if you're in New Jersey and someone tried to charge you a fee for using your card, that's not legal. I don't know if that's everywhere. I think New York, like you can do that in New York. Because one time I said something to somebody in New York about it, and then I looked into the law, and I'm pretty sure it's legal in New York, but it is not legal in New Jersey. If someone uses a credit or debit, you have to eat that charge. Whatever additional fee you have to pay or whatever, you have to eat that shit. You can't pass that down to your customer. You can't charge your customer a fucking card fee. You can't do that. And a lot of places in Jersey do that shit, and they do it hoping that you don't know or don't say anything. 50 cents. But it's just the principle, and that's why I didn't say anything until I asked for the bag and he tried to charge me for the bag. Because now you're literally stealing from me. Like, you're legitimately trying to steal from me. Like, you won't even, so you care so much that you won't give me a disposable bag, right? You need the 50 cents for me to get the bag, right? However, the 50 cent is so minuscule that despite you knowing that you can't charge someone a card fee, you're still allowing your system to charge me extra when I use. So something's not adding up. Either you're stealing and you know you're stealing, or the 50 cents doesn't matter, so you can give me my fucking bag, sir. Dickhead. So why should I have to walk in the rain when I already walked in the rain to get here? To walk with my fucking purchased items in the rain. Like, you're literally, you're Scrooge. Like, you're it's evil at that point. You see the fucking, I left a 1-star review and everything, bro. I'm never going back to that store again. It's like, dude, it's just the principle. It's like, at that point, you're just trying to be evil. Like, you're trying to milk me for everything you can. Like, you need that extra 50 cents every step of the way. You're gonna steal it from me, and then you're gonna charge extra for just like human decency shit. So yeah, that was my experience. That's why I got backwoods. And clearly by the things that I go through in life, you can understand why I be smoking. Because people be testing my patience a lot, clearly. Like, the fuck? Like, I really just, like, I'm not even going to say I'm a nice guy. I'm an asshole when I want to be. But, like, I'm not still 50 cents from me. And I can justify it in my head by saying, okay, can I just have a bag? The bag that you're going to charge me 50 cents for anyways, because we both understand that the 50 cents doesn't matter, right? What matters is you not stealing from me and me getting a bag. That's what matters. So just give me the bag, right? I should put this bag up on my wall. That's what I should put it up on my wall, because it's the principle, sir. It's the principle. My good sir, it is the principle of the matter. Okay. So yeah, is that guy still alive? Wow. Fuck. You're so lucky. There it is. There it is. Shouldn't have missed the shots. Shouldn't have missed it, man. When I fucking turned, I was like lying right up with his head. But it was too far to the left. I'm gonna get up out of there. I don't mean to leave these guys. These guys seem like great people, but my head's not in it anymore. I've only been live for an hour. It's only been an hour, 15 minutes. That's crazy. It feels like it's been so much longer. How is it 7? Then I literally just looked at the clock and I could have sworn it said like 8. That's why I thought it was a lot later. Did time just go back or something? I don't know. Fuck. I actually do have friends. Thank you very much. I actually do have friends, thank you. This is weird though. What was I about to say? Yeah, it's hot. I turned off the AC because I don't want it to disturb the stream. If I was like 2 or 3 hours in, I probably would have called it here because clearly my head's not in it. This is the part of the stream where I would need like either to play another game or like play with somebody else because my head's not in it anymore. So I'm gonna definitely do something else. We're gonna go ahead and get off Call of Duty. We're gonna get off Call of Duty, guys. Look, you don't have to always play Call of Duty. I don't know if I want to play Tekken though. No matter what I do, I just cannot get into this new Battlefield. I wish, bro. I fucking wish. This is just a demo though too. Like this is just the fucking like their Warzone shit. This is the problem. It's like I want to just play like a tactical, like tactical, like it doesn't have to be fast paced, slow paced. But if it's slow paced, it has to be rewarding. And I'm talking about a shooter, and I want it to be maybe like a I guess like a Tarkov style or survival based shooter, I guess. Like something like where I could be rewarded for playing slow, but like not camping necessarily, but just like I don't know. Like I guess I want to play Battlefield, but I just wasn't having fun when I was playing this shit. I was getting fucking murked by snipers left and right. And then this Delta Force thing is pretty cool, but same thing. Like, it's a lot of bots in that, and then you run into real people and you get fucking murked. Like a huge skill gap with like the shit that they 100% at this new Resident Evil game. It's literally like the part of the stream where I'm looking for something else to play and I will never find anything else to play. Like not unless I could fucking, but like, oh my god, I would buy Elden Ring, bro. If they would just, bro, I would buy it right now. In hell, I'm about to pay $60 for this game when it came out in 2022. It came out 4 years ago, bro, and it's still full price. This is why digital only is a scam. That's the only reason why they're trying to do digital only. And so that they can keep charging full price for games when it's years past release. That's the only reason, bro. And that's another thing. You could only buy digital games from the PlayStation Store. Like, I wish you could buy digital games from Best Buy. Like, they only do that. And mind you, they only just put this down to 50%. When Forza Horizon 6 was all over Twitter, like a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, because it just came out on PC, right? And everyone was like, okay, well, PS5 can't play 6, so let's play 5. This game was $60 then. Now, since all the hype is down, they want to add 50% off, and it's $30, bro. I hate the way the PlayStation Store operates. Like it's like you would think they hate their fucking like player base, and it's like I get it, you gotta make money, but like I don't know. I'm not the guy at the other side reading the numbers, so of course I don't know. I just find it hard to believe that like the additional money that you would make off of these type of business practices, like I just find it hard to believe that like would be worth more than like just building an everlasting legacy. And like it's like what like they did originally, and now they're just you know, that's why I just feel like maybe the world is about to end soon, and like more people know them, like more of like the rich people know than the other people, because like they act like why ruin your legacy now? Like, isn't PlayStation gonna, and it's not like ruining your legacy, but they kind of are, bro, with the whole digital only shit. And like it's like, bro, there's no way in hell I'm gonna get a PS6 if you're telling me it's coming out in like a year and it's gonna be digital only. Like there's no way in hell. I would never. I'm just gonna get a PC. I was supposed to get a PC instead of this PS5, but I gave Sony one more chance to win my heart back. Nah, man, it's done, bro. Console's over for, man. Console's done, bro. There's no need for me to be playing a console. Oh, did I accidentally turn off my camera? How did I turn off my camera? Let's turn off on its own. Here we go. Bro, who asked for Modern Warfare 3? Nobody asked for that. Like, not to mention, who doesn't have this Modern Warfare? Like, it came out. It wasn't even that long ago, bro. Nobody asked for that bullshit. Take that shit back, bro. You should have gave us Modern Warfare 2. So that they could fucking bring life back to the DMZ on there. The DMZ on here is terrible. This game was honestly terrible. All the games I want are not so expensive, but they're just more expensive than they should be, bro. Ready or Not, $60, bro. I'm not paying $60 for that, even though it's a premium edition. I should get this Hitman World of Assassination because I was actually having a lot of fun when I played the demo. I might get that right now. And then Armor Reforger. I had a friend at work tell me about it. I'm not gonna get Battlefield 6. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm probably. I'm not gonna get Ready or Not at that price. Definitely not, because I think that game was originally at $20. But I think I'm gonna get this Hitman thing. I think I'm gonna play that. I think. It ends August 13th. That sale. It's only $40. I didn't mean to go all the way back. I guess I could. Why not? Do I want to though? I was having a lot of fun last time I was playing it. When I was playing like the demo. Do I have it still downloaded? I probably don't. Actually. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get that. Where's my card? Before I do, let me just see. Is there anything else maybe I want to like look into? Not really. There really isn't, like, genuinely, because fucking Elden Ring is like $60. $60 that I'm not gonna spend. Well, then everybody's playing Black Ops 2 right now. Man. Are people really having fun with this game? Halo campaign involved. I'm never a big Halo fan, but $50 for Halo? What is this? What is this exactly? It's just like the Halo game. Yeah, I guess it's just like the Halo single player game. I was never a big Halo fan. No knock to this, but I just definitely was never a big Halo fan. Run to the bathroom. Fuck. Excuse my language. Yo, what? Why is 2K20? Oh, the Ultra Edition? Dude. Why is the Ultra Edition for the 2K game so expensive? That's a lot of money. Oh, I hate this user interface so much. Alright. I'm not gonna get both, even though both are like damn near the same price as fucking Elden Ring. Like after all the tax and everything, or at least whatever. Why I'm shying away from getting the Hitman game, because I already know that I'm gonna spend a lot of time on this game, just like following not tutorials, but just like playthroughs and like reading like you know what I mean, like yeah, there'll be moments where I'll just like wing it, but like the like completionist in me, like the like 100%er in me is gonna want to like, you know, figure out exactly how to do it a certain way and then do it that exact certain way. And it's like, that's fun, sure, but also that kind of turns into work. Gonna be a point if I get this Hitman game where I'm trying to get all the trophies, so I'm really gonna just be fucking following playthrough after playthrough after playthrough to like, you know, and that's fun for me, sure, but again, it is also kind of like work a little bit, and I already know that that's where that's gonna be. So like, I'm gonna probably get a lot of playtime out of Hitman, and I'm probably really gonna enjoy it, but it's gonna be more of like something that I'm gonna look to try to conquer. This is something I'm gonna look to just kind of enjoy. That makes sense. And Armor Reforger, there's really no way I'm gonna get Armor Reforger. I just see that it's $25.99, so I'm considering it. And various things about Arma, but also, or seen and heard, but also none of those things were like good. Like none of them, like they were good, but like they weren't like reasons to get the game. There were kind of reasons as why you shouldn't and why you should stay away. Because if you do somehow like the game, it's so intense and in depth that you're gonna like fucking, you know, yeah. But so that's my issue with both these games, and why I'm not just getting both of them. I really just want to play like, what do I want to play? I don't even know. I don't think I want to play anything else at this point. I think I'm gonna call it quits on the game. I'm gonna call it quits on the game, I think. And I think instead of doing that, like the game, I think I'm gonna just fucking go on YouTube or some shit. Yeah, I'll do that. Cause I don't know what else to do, man. I genuinely don't know what else to do, but I don't want to keep playing the game. What? Why am I using YouTube if you already have an update? The Cheyenne Brian weirder.
I shouldn't even have to do this.
I shouldn't even have to do this.
Why is this like the Cheyenne Bryant News Center?
If you don't know, Cheyenne Bryant is that lady who was lying, I guess, saying that she was a doctor, but she wasn't really a doctor, or saying she had a doctorate, but she didn't.
And I was like,
or at least they're saying she was lying. I don't know for sure if she was lying. I mean, there's a lot of proof, I guess, that shows that she was lying about having a doctorate and graduating from a certain college and saying she did when she didn't. I was supposed to put this spaghetti away. I'm sorry. Let me put this spaghetti away. Okay.
Have to do this.
I shouldn't even have to do.
Is this like the Cheyenne Center? Hey, breaking news, Miss Cheyenne Bryant has got a degree. Plot twist, it's Fugazi. The Cheyenne Bryant story keeps metastasizing, so we have to keep covering it. So we are back in the sunken place with Miss Cheyenne. Wait, chapter. This is a whole different chapter thanks to my man Mark Lamont Hill. Excuse me, Dr. Mark Lamont Hill. I heard that Cheyenne, excuse me, Miss Cheyenne Bryant had finally gotten a doctorate from a university, not from Amazon, but from an American. But there's a catch. I should also note that I extremely offended because Dr. Jamal Bryant got a cease and desist letter from Miss Cheyenne asking him to stop talking about her. And as of the last time I refreshed my email, which was a few seconds ago, I have not gotten a cease and desist letter from Miss Cheyenne. And I don't understand why. I don't know what more I would have to do to earn this letter from me.
Well, Torre and Mr. Torre, because, you know, you're Torre, right? Just based on your, like, I don't know if you're being serious, but, like, just, like, the way that you're, like, saying, like, why didn't I get a cease and desist? So, like, not gonna say hungry for it, but there are some people, like, if you're known to be that person where you're ready for it or you're hungry for it or whatever the case may be, yeah, sometimes people might skip over you and not pay you no mind, but then pay mind to the other people who, you know, how dare you think you can disrespect me? You know what I'm saying? You know, so I think you know that, though. I think Torre would know that about himself.
Miss Cheyenne that I could frame and hang on my wall like the diploma hat.
Exactly, Torre. That's why she's not
here.
Those bars, Torre, those bars right there, exactly why she's not fucking sending you a cease and desist, because you're ready for the bullshit.
Trolling her, telling the sordid story of her rapid fall from grace. At times I'm being petty. What more do I have to do to merit a cease and desist letter? How did Jamal Bryant get one? And you know what? The cease and desist letter that Dr. Jamal Bryant got from Miss Cheyenne Bryant was not actually from an attorney. Miss Bryant herself, which means it's bogus. She's not an attorney. She can't send a real cease and desist. But in this story fake?
Alright. Enough. Because at the end of the day, if she is a doctor, then you guys are wrong.
So this is coke and this is coke.
Yes, it's normal, so
I believe any of these videos, because anybody could fucking get their friends, put them in an apartment, blur out their face, put a voice changer on, and blur out the stuff in front of you guys. They could be just a bunch of jelly beans. Bunch of fucking jelly beans. I mean, then again, if, you know, he was faking it, then he wouldn't be a journalist, right?
Yet highly lucrative world. I'll take you through the full range of what's out there. You'll see a suburban plug. Like, how do you get someone to agree to let you post up in a place like this?
awesome cool.
A bando hood trap.
Can you back up?
And that doesn't even make any sense, bro. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, that's another thing. The people they be talking to just be having too good of a story. Number one, nobody who's doing this is going... Bro, if you were really selling so much cocaine that you needed to, like,
dangerous.
Commandeer an entire home in a suburban area, manufacture and produce said cocaine, right? Had some like just small time Tommy G YouTuber stomping all up and down this fucking house, you know, as you give him the My Cribs tour of your trap house, and it has 134k views. There's no way, right, that if the police ever came to this guy, or the feds ever came to this guy, that he would have, like, I guess he could say his journalistic integrity, but like, bro, like, what I'm trying to get at is just like, I find it hard to believe that this stuff is real, because I just don't see how he could be documenting this stuff and then the feds aren't like on his ass getting information from him. Like, if you're this in close proximity to this stuff and you're not giving the information, they're gonna just make life harder for you, to a point where, like, you either disappear from this stuff or you give up a little bit of information and make them happy. So I just don't understand why anyone who's smart would do this, because even if Tommy G is down and is ready to go to jail for you, the video alone is enough to, like, figure something out. Like if you've been this successful for this long and nobody has any idea at all what's going on, everyone's none the wiser, why would you sit here and allow some random, not random, but just some YouTuber to fucking document your whole illegal organization and operation. For what? Like, what? For what? I guess, and it's like, okay, is he, like, for what? For clout? Who are these people? We have no idea who they are. So what do they gain? I'm so confused. Like, there's nothing to gain from this. They have everything to lose and nothing to gain. And you can't tell me Tommy G is paying them to do this, because then it's like, okay, well, how much money does he have that he can pay these drug kingpins to allow them to fucking operation damn near? I just find it hard to believe. It's easier to believe that, like, this is all just a ruse. These were all paid actors, or at the very least, Tommy G isn't 100% in on it, but he found some people who were willing to rent a place and pretend that it was a trap house for his camera, and maybe Tommy G is paying them. And then it would make sense if it's like, if these are some low-level people and Tommy G's like, hey man, if you can just show me something that looks like something, like that looks good, that looks real, that looks credible, then I'll pay you X amount of money. You know, then it makes a little sense. Otherwise, this is, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a highly addictive drug.
A gray area bodega business in New York. This stuff is it legal? Is it decriminalized?
Yeah, it's not legal.
And a penthouse trap. The following is for educational purposes only, and viewer discretion is advised. Folks, I've always been fascinated by the business of trap houses. I mean, a lot of people do it, more than we would like to think. It has heavy penalties, but something about it makes lots of young men across the country decide to risk their freedom to sell various amounts of drugs. And today, we're in New York, and we're going to various trap houses in the city. In just a few minutes, we'll be pulling up to the first trap house of the night, and we'll bring you guys right in. We'll see you there. Okay, I can't give away too much about the location, but usually when you think traps, especially in New York, you're probably thinking Harlem, Bronx, projects. It looks pretty suburban, but it just doesn't feel like we're about to go to a place that has a lot of crazy drugs in it. Yeah, I think that's it. There's no way.
Like, he's even doing the drive up to it. Like, hold up.
You guys right
Like,
in.
look at that. You can
We'll
see
you
there's
there.
a store right there.
Too much
Like,
about the location, but usually when you think
if
trap,
the feds needed to, like, find, I mean, like, he's not making it hard for
especially
them.
in New York, you're probably thinking Harlem,
And it's like,
Bronx,
the feds are looking
project.
for this type of stuff. So that's why I just don't
It
understand.
looks pretty suburban, but it just
My right mind would do such a thing.
Nature.
this is the spot.
This suburb trap. This one guy with the
I'm gonna
gloves.
take my shoes off.
He always has a guy with that same build.
So you brought in a nice blue bag.
Yeah,
What's in this bag?
3 things of weed. That's scale the cup. The cup is for if you got too much to scale. Or what we call soft, or white girl out here. And then it's the boy. We call crack. That shit warm right now, so it can break up easy.
Coke and this is crack.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the little discoloration.
Yeah, it's like a little. It's warm though, so you squeeze it, and then once it hardens up, it hardens up.
Oh, okay. Is it fair to say, are we house right now?
Yo,
Like, how do you get someone to agree to let you post up in a place like this?
I'm from Coke. This is just from today.
Oh yeah, that's back to my original point. Offer them coke? What? Doesn't make any sense. Like, I guess it makes sense, but like, I don't know, man. I guess it makes sense, but it's just. I guess it makes sense, but it also doesn't make sense, because who's that? Who's this individual? And if they're so down bad that they're fucking exchanging blow for like the ability for you to package it in their home, you know, like, it doesn't sound like they're really doing a good job maybe paying their bills, I would say.
Which one do you think that is?
I would find it'd be much easier to believe that they like rented an Airbnb just to fucking film this.
Right here is like a 4-pack. I got a few blues right here. That's probably like.
You said this is about. like a tough area to trap in.
Yeah, it's flaming.
I would say just keep an eye on the road and try.
Yeah. I got the guys right there too. So any police can get us, they'll bring them.
What got you into this?
I was thinking about the age. I was probably like 10 years old, right?
10 years old trapping?
Not heavy though, how it is now. You grew up in the
Suburbs of the hood. You trapping as a 10-year-old?
Weed. Nothing crazy. But then I started stepping up.
In the house before we had to run out of there, I saw you just brought in perks, coke, crack, and weed. Which of those make you the most money right now?
Coke.
And is that more of a rich person?
Yeah, it's a rich person's drug.
This feels like it would be an area that the police are very aggressive. So what motivated you to trap?
How easy it is to get the money. You don't gotta pay on the scene.
But you're not worried about prison?
Nah. I already went.
You've already gone to prison?
Yeah, not for long, but.
Juvenile?
Nah, I went to juvenile too, but then I went to a correctional facility.
So have you ever been raided for drugs?
Multiple times, like 4 or 5 times.
I mean, I'm not gonna...
Like 7 times.
Okay, alright, enough of that. Enough of the bullshit. That's terrific. I think I saw that yesterday. Exclusive number 4 super top fighters plus the rookie cop who found.
City National.
Unhand me.
In all,
my good sir.
I'm going to do you a solid and appoint you into a position which people at the time said he's not qualified for. Anyway, I just was kind of going.
Alright, I'm sorry. Shouts out to Candace Owens, I guess, but
I feel like
what does it say? 2 15-year-olds charged with murder by the 2 more who should have been.
I just finished watching a trial where 3 girls were walking down a street when a car driving down that same street drives by them slowly, makes a U-turn, and then pulls up beside them. Now, what the story agrees with is that these 2 boys hop out of that car. But what everyone can't seem to agree on is whether those were the only 2 people to get out of that car. The Florida state prosecutors and one of the boys say it was just the 2 of them.
But they very clearly outline that a black male wearing a red sweatshirt with loud writing came first for Emma and Luann, and that a white male with blue eyes and a bowl cut, who was the driver of the silver vehicle, went straight for Kayla and is the one who shot her.
How many people were in the car that night?
Just 2.
Just 2?
Yeah.
The entire night? You're nodding your head yes.
But 2 of the girls who were walking and the other boy who got out of the car say it was 4 people that jumped out of the car.
So one person ran up to you, right?
Yes, sir.
One person ran up to Kayla.
Yes, sir.
One person ran up to Luann.
Yes, sir.
And there was also the driver, is that correct?
No. The driver was a group of the 3.
And you talked about that you and Emma believe there were definitely more than 2 people there that night, correct?
Yes.
And you met with me and wanted to know why more people hadn't been arrested, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so the 3 doors open, your door is already open, right?
Yes, sir.
But do you leave your driver's side door?
I stand by the driver's side door.
And that discrepancy matters. The encounter, one of the girls that was walking down the street is dead and 2 of the boys are charged with murder. But the question remains, has everyone involved in this crime been charged? Or are there 2 other people out there who basically just got away with murder? I'm not a lawyer, but you have to hear this story.
I gotta hear the full story, and I'm gonna play the video, but I have my questions already. Number 1, does it matter? Yes or no? I think it only matters if they premeditated this and they planned to kill somebody. Seems like they kind of did. I don't know if they were horsing around. Seems like they planned to kill somebody. So in that case, then yes, it does matter. Because if you all 4 or all 3 people were in a car and planning to kill someone and someone killed someone, then everyone should go to jail. But if they weren't planning to kill someone and say they were just pulling a prank or doing some stupid shit and one specific person shot one of the girls, then it doesn't really matter, I don't think. I think, especially if like the other 2, like, you know, I think all that matters is who shot the person. Is what I think. And that's just me spitballing off the top immediately. But I'm gonna play the rest. Hold on. I'm gonna play the rest and see what they say.
because it's full of witness tampering, cooperating witnesses, rental cars, vanishing suspects, and a whole. At the end of me giving you the recap, which story you believe? 2 people or 4 people? Okay, so it's March 17, 2024, and on one side of town, these 3 girls, Emma, Luann, and Kayla, are celebrating the first night of spring break by going to the movies. They watch the Bob Marley movie, One Love, and when they are done, they hang out outside of the movie theater trying to figure out what to eat.
Chipotle, Waffle House, and McDonald's.
Did you end up going to Chipotle?
No, ma'am.
Where was the other place, Waffle House?
No, ma'am.
And why didn't you go to Waffle House?
Too expensive.
So between the 3 of you, you didn't have enough money to go to Waffle House?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So where did you end up landing on where to eat?
McDonald's.
We were laughing and just talking about random things. And at one point, before we continued walking, you know, I had took pictures. We had took some pictures on her phone.
When you say her phone, whose phone are you talking about?
Kayla's phone. I had told her to go underneath the streetlight and and it was just a picture that, you know, I knew that she could be able to have posted maybe the next day.
Sure, baby, you already know what the deal is. Runway.
We noticed a SUV driving slowly next to us.
Okay, and why did you notice it?
So they didn't even know these kids.
This because
so they didn't even
eye contact.
So they didn't even know the kids who jumped out. Like these kids just jumped out and just harmed these girls. Just yeah, I get now. I understand why they're trying to figure out who all was in the car. Clearly these kids were all up to no good. I thought they were maybe they all went to the same school and like they knew each other and it was like some horse playing gone wrong. But it just seems like literally like a group of fucking boys went out looking for someone to victimize and ran into a group of girls and chose them, and then one of the boys kills one of the girls, and then yeah, let me keep going
with the driver.
Now before we get into what happens next, let me tell you what was happening on the other side of town while the girls were at the movies. So this is Thomas Stein, and at the time of the incident he was 15 years old and he had spent much of that day at the beach with his family. But when the evening time came, this boy, 15-year-old Christopher Horn, contacted Thomas to hang out. Now, the two of them hadn't known each other for very long, but Thomas Stein had a bit more freedom at his house than Christopher Horn had at his house, so Horn liked to come over.
You've known Thomas Stein for about a month, you said, right?
Yeah.
Before this happened?
Yeah.
You described him as sweet, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean by sweet? Like he brought you candy?
I don't know what you talking about.
You can get Thomas Stein to do what you want him to do, right?
No. She's sweet.
How'd you meet him?
To a friend.
Which friend?
To a friend.
Which friend?
Yeah, I got
respond to the attorney's questions.
to a friend.
Judge, I've asked the court to direct questions.
Okay, well, shit. Having a good time in jail. I don't know if he's always had this demeanor prior to all of this, but if he did, that would explain the murder. When did this happen again? And when is this? I'm assuming this trial is happening now. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw the thing. It said 2022, I think, of the video surveillance, I think. But I'm trying to get a gauge of how old he is now. If he was 15 when it happened, trials usually take 2 to 3 years. So he's probably 17, 18 at most right now. So he probably has spent already about 3 years either in jail or juvenile detention, waiting trial. And it looks like he's wearing prison clothes anyways, which would only further prove what I'm saying. At least it looks like it. I could be wrong though. I'm only saying this to say, I don't know, like he's not helping himself, but I don't know what state this is. I guess he doesn't have a shot in hell and he knows it. But if I'm not mistaken, he's not the one that they're claiming pulled the trigger. I think they've kind of established that the white kid pulled the trigger, but I could be wrong because it looks like he's the only one in prison clothes. But he's not helping himself. He looks, he's not, you know, he's done for, but I don't know what to say. If it was clearly the state he's in, like the actual like location, the state, clearly he's fucked, just based on just the accents and everything. But I don't know. If it was a different state, he might have a shot of not going to jail for the rest of his life. He's a wouldn't think he was the shooter. You know, so like, yeah, I guess we got to get more into what their actual motive was. I think they were just driving around to hurt someone. Let's see what it says.
I think he asked you who the friend is, right?
That's correct.
Daryl.
Daryl who?
Ford.
Daryl Ford?
Yeah.
Does Daryl Ford have a nickname?
I can't fuck with those bitch ass nigga, they be telling.
What you want, Kalina?
There are
One thing I don't understand, and I'm gonna chime in again. I never understood these stories where like kids like have their fucking parents' cars, like they're 15 and 16 and they're just driving their parents' cars. Like I've never like understood that. Like I understand like you could technically drive in New Jersey at 16, but like one in a million, not one in a million, but like so many like, and you couldn't drive by yourself. You had to drive with an adult. A permit. Like I just don't get it. Like, yeah, you could have like just driven a car, but if a cop saw you in the wheel, they would pull you the fuck over. You know, I don't know. I just never understood how kids got away with that. And there's so many stories of like that's like so many bad stories where like tragedy happens, like, and it literally starts off with some teenager under the age of 17, like some 16, 15 or 14-year-old taking an elder's car and then just doing some stupid shit, whether they fucking crash and kill a whole family or they go and kill another fellow, you know, child or something. I don't know, but I know a lot of stories that start like
2 guns in the car, both of which have come from Thomas.
Okay, wait. Excuse me. And they had 2 guns in the car? And which one is Thomas? Is Thomas the black one or the white one? Because both the guns came from Thomas.
Both of them make plans to car hop.
The plan they made with Thomas Stein that night, what was that?
It was
Okay, and Thomas, so, and now I got even more questions. So Thomas, the white one, was indeed the one who had 2 guns. he brought 2 guns, right? And they took the white guy's right? Because they obviously didn't take the black kid's mom's car because they were strict, right? And yeah, so and I think Thomas was the shooter too. I think they've established that he is indeed the shooter. But Thomas, I think, is saying is Thomas saying something, or just the girls? Let's see.
Supposed to go hit cars and kick off probably, but everything turned.
And then their plan was to hop into another car, I guess. But what were they gonna do with their mom's original car? Were they gonna hop into another, like steal another car, then follow the mom's car back to the mom's house, leave that there, and then just take the car they stole on a joyride? I guess. I mean, that's not the worst idea, but like, if the police were to trace the steps of both vehicles, then at one point you dropped one vehicle off at your mom's house. So if they were somehow able to track these movements with your stolen vehicle, I mean, you would be as good as fucked in a matter of weeks. But they're kids.
What do you mean by hitting cars?
Breaking into cars.
Right. When you say breaking into cars, do you mean with like a Slim Jim, or do you mean just trying door handles?
You know what I'm talking about, bro. You trying to be funny, bro. You know what I'm talking about. Breaking into cars.
Judge, ask the court to direct the witness to answer the question.
So you just have to respond to the attorney's.
And you can tell he's a kid still, because he's getting mad, right? Like, as if the lawyer's like trying to play games with him, or trying to like do whatever an adult might in that situation, and like an adult, you know, gang member might in that situation, I guess, right? But like, the lawyer might not know what he was talking about, and even if the lawyer does know exactly what he's talking about, he's trying to have you clarify, because even, you know, I didn't know exactly what he was. Like, I thought he was going to steal another car and take it for a joyride, but he meant breaking into cars, I'm assuming. And then the judge or the lawyer is just asking, okay, well what do you mean by breaking into cars? Like, do you mean like a Slim Jim? Because a Slim Jim is a device that you would use to, I think, shimmy down the window of cars so you can unlock the fucking door from the outside. And, you know, he's asking him, well, he's pretty much asking him without asking him, how exactly were you planning to break into the cars? Like, what was the exact method that you were going to use? Understanding that, because he's a child, he just, you know, got mad defensive and was like, man, you know what I mean? And it's like, bro, even me as a complete spectator, you know, with no horse in the race, I had no idea what you meant. So like, you know, I'm sure this fucking lawyer, I'm sure there's times when the lawyer is trying to be a dick, but I don't think that time is right now, obviously. But he's a kid, man. It's kind of sad.
I am.
So did you have a Slim Jim? Were you actually going to break into the car, or were you just trying door handles?
I don't even know what a Slim Jim is.
Okay. Were you just trying door?
Exactly. He doesn't know what a Slim Jim is because, bro, it's 20 fucking whatever. Like, he was going to smash the window of the car. Like, I don't understand why you don't understand. He was going to smash the window of a car. I'm sorry. I was on his side. Now I'm on the side of the kid killer or whatever. You're gonna smash the window of the car, bro. Look at this kid. He doesn't know what a Slim Jim is, bro. And if we were, and if not, this was the type of thief who was using some device to break into his car, I promise you, Mr. Lawyer, more advanced than a Slim Jim. He would have some device to literally cut a hole in the window of your car, or some device to magnetically unlock the lock in your fucking car. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be a Slim Jim, because if you can use a Slim Jim, he could easily just break the fucking window.
Handles?
Yeah.
Is Slim Jim like an old term now? So the plan is...
Yes, beautiful lady who's married and I respect dearly. Slim Jim is 100% an old term now. Kids are not using Slim Jim. They are quite literally just breaking your fucking car window. Or they, you know, lock cars, because people now lock still, it happens. But take it for someone who's had their car broken into. They smashed my fucking window. Like, that's it.
For the two of them to drive around trying the door handle of cars, and if the doors are open, the boys would steal whatever is inside. But Thomas is also a bit of a drug dealer, so he does a deal before they get to it.
And then you placed a phone call to Thomas Stein?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the purpose of that phone call?
Bro's on the stand snitching. Bro's on the stand snitching. Granted though, like, he's not snitching, but like, it's just like you could never live this down, bro. And it's like he probably had no choice. They probably forced him to do this, but it's like, if anybody ever wanted to say like, bro, this counts, bro, this counts.
Did he come over to your house?
Yes, ma'am.
How did he get there?
In the car. Christopher Hahn was in the passenger and Thomas was in the driver's seat.
Was there anybody
I'm not
else
gonna lie
in the
though.
car when they arrived?
If my plug killed somebody after they served me some loud, and then the feds came to me and told me that and said they needed me to testify that he, at the time that he did, I might. Honestly, there's no might. I most likely would. I only wouldn't because I don't want to have to deal with it and I want to get out of like having to go to court and all that shit. But like subpoena me, or I let them fucking press charges against me just out of spite for not helping them, I'm probably just gonna help them, especially if it's like something I really didn't have anything to do with. Like, yes, I had something to do with buying the drugs, but you're not on trial for selling me drugs. You're on trial for that murder, big dog. Yeah, you know that murder that you and them boys did? Yeah, you're on trial for that. Yeah, actually, this whole little weed thing we got going here, it really ain't about nothing. They really just want to put you at a certain place at a certain time, and I mean, like, they already put you at that place in that time. I'm just making sure they don't fuck me. You know what the fuck you ever did for me at the end of the day, really, you know. So that's probably what this kid did.
I don't want to give the jurors the wrong idea. You're not like some marijuana kingpin, right?
No, sir.
Okay, I gotta chime in one more time before I let this play. Because why the hell does it look like the black kid is in fucking jail attire? Honestly, I'm answering my own questions, but I was gonna say, why does it look like he's in jail attire if he wasn't the shooter and this kid is the shooter? Why does it look like this black kid has been in jail since this video came out, or since this incident has happened, and this fucking white kid has been out of jail fighting as the shooter, coming up with whole stories about other people being in the car just to try to get out of the blame of him being the shooter? And at the end of the day, just based off of the family dynamic that was already explained, I bet that black kid's family been, honestly, I really bet they been gave up on him. Even though he wasn't the shooter, it, like, threw to him so many different times, and they probably have, like, given him so much, like, tough love on some, like, yo, bro, when that time comes, since you don't want to listen, when that time finally comes and what we're telling you is comes, we're not gonna be nowhere there to help you. And that's probably exactly what it was. And on top of that, he has something to do with the murder of a little girl, of one of his female peers. Like, he was driving around looking for somebody to harm, and they chose like not little girls, but like young girls to harm. Like, I bet that black family wants nothing to do with that kid, unfortunately. But clearly the white family, and I don't mean to make it about race, but clearly the white family, like, they're gonna stick behind him and stick beside him and do whatever they can in their power to make this, you know, less detrimental to him, even though he fucking killed somebody in cold blood, you know. But that's probably why that black kid probably has been in jail since this all happened, because his family is like, no, we're not going to help you at all. That's probably why he has the demeanor that he has. He is the man now. He doesn't have a dad, he doesn't have a mom, he is the man. So as he sits on that, he is not going to get a fair shake or whatever. Like, he's just trying to, you know, hold on to his idea of manhood and show the lawyer that even though the lawyer has all the control, he's still gonna buck and kick as much as he wants until, you know, it's kind of sad, honestly. It really is, because, you know, I don't know. I mean, it seems to me that if the one kid had the more freedom and was able to just take the car and just had guns in the car and this, that, and the third, I would imagine that that person was probably of the entire situation, and that person was most likely the person who was like, yo, let's go hurt somebody. Like, you know, I could be wrong, but chances are if you're the one coming from the family that's really, really strict, and you have to go to someone else's house just to feel a little bit of freedom, if you're coming from that dynamic, chances are your mind isn't going to be in a place where you want to say, like, hey, let's do X, Y, and Z, and it be something negative. It might be in the place of, hey, let's do X, Y, and Z, and you follow along, and you're following along with something negative because you don't fucking get out much and you're sheltered, I guess. And I'm not trying to make excuses, but I'm just saying, like, it's just sad, because it just seems to me that, like, They already said who the shooter was. Clearly, that black kid wasn't. He didn't bring the guns. It wasn't his mom's car. He was, he was the visitor and the passenger. It just seems like wasn't really up to him at the end of the day. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it was, but a lot of it wasn't. And he's taking a little bit more of the blame because he doesn't have the family to fall back on. But, last thing to say though, but at the end of the day, if him and someone else hopped out of a fucking car with the intentions of hurting, like, younger ladies or younger women, like, they don't really deserve, like, too many second chances, honestly. I just wish it was equal for both parties, and it didn't feel like it was unequal because of, like, race. It's more of a class thing at this point, though.
Sometimes I would break off to my friends. And
would you use a messaging platform to sell that?
Yes, I did. I had a
bro has so much support, right, that he's comfortable admitting on stand when he's on trial for a murder that they're saying he pulled the trigger for. He's comfortable admitting on stand, like, that he also used to sell drugs, or his, like, and it's like, now when comes down to sentencing, you can't really say, oh, he was a good kid, he just made a mistake. No, he was making many mistakes. He was selling drugs before he killed that girl. At 15, like, a lot of mistakes were made, and he was at probably the bottom of the bottom as far as, like, concerned, and he doesn't even realize that, like, him saying what he's saying is making that apparent because he has all this support behind him, and he's like, all right, well, my lawyers told me to just be honest, my mom and dad told me to just be honest and tell them about the weed, like they said, and it's like, nah, man. I really need to clarify whether or not he was a shooter. I want them to really get to the nitty gritty and clarify this for me. Because if I find out again that this guy is, without a doubt, he was the shooter, and I don't know, I'm just going to be pissed. But see why the other boy would lie. Especially if he wasn't the shooter and the white boy was the shooter, then why would either of them lie about there being a third person? I gotta just watch this. Hold up.
It's an app called Telegram. It's a group. So I would kind of promote it on my Instagram. I would put the link, and it's like pretty much anybody could join it, and I have to accept them into it. And on the Telegram, I would kind of like list. I would get, like, not a lot of weed, probably like an ounce or 2 ounces, and I would just list it, and it'd just be people I knew. And I would just, like, sell it to them to make a little money.
After they do this deal, Thomas and Chris drive to a church, which is confirmed by the rental car's GPS data.
The vehicle
goes
to North Fort Myers Baptist Church. The vehicle arrives around 9:05 p.m. and departs at 9:12 p.m.
So they're 7 minutes, and what happens while they're there is where the stories start to change. Christopher Horn says he doesn't know what they were doing at the was in his phone.
Oh no, he was doing. My head was just my phone. He just put it in the church. My head was my phone.
And that's when 2 people got into the car, is that right?
No.
But Thomas Stein, on the other hand, says they went to this church so that they could pick up 2 of Christopher Horn's friends.
That's when Chris kind of tells me, he tells me like if I want to hang out with his homeboys. I was like, who? And he's just like, oh yeah, it's some people.
He's fucking lying. This guy's lying. Hold up.
People I know, so I'm like, sure.
Where'd you pick him up?
The church. Christopher referred to them as, one of them JD, and the other one's name is Trey. Yeah, we were just in the car listening to music. It was kind of weird for me because, like, I don't know. It feels like I didn't really fit in with them. Like, just their demeanor was a lot different than me. So.
But you brought the guns. So you're not going to sit here and tell me that you felt like you didn't fit in with the other guys. Maybe they were too hood or whatever. If that's what you were going to say next. When you're the one who had guns. You brought the guns. I think he's lying. About the someone's lying. Lying. Right? Who has the most to gain from lying? is I need to see, is the white kid saying I didn't pull the trigger, one of the other two people did? Because if he's saying that, then he has the most to gain from lying, so I don't believe him. But if he's just saying there were two other people there, I killed this girl, yes, but there were two other people there who were also a part of this, and they should just be held accountable too. If he's just saying that, then I believe him, because he has nothing to gain in that. So why would he lie? But if he's trying to paint a narrative where maybe he wasn't the shooter, then he has every reason to come up and lie and say there were two other people there, especially if the only other people, you know. Yeah, well, now that I think about it, though, the victims are saying that there were more. So yeah, so he's probably telling the truth. White kid's probably telling the truth, and black kid is probably a part of some gang. That's why his mom and dad were strict, and that's why he has this demeanor, because he's been around gang members for a while now. He probably befriended the white kid because the white kid was trying to be down, and then, you know, his parents knew that he was a sweet boy and wasn't really gonna hurt anyone. So they gave him freedom, you know, to not make him angry and turn him into an angry person. They gave him freedom to keep him, you know, sometimes giving someone freedom allows you to control them a little bit more, I guess. So they gave him freedom because they thought he wouldn't hurt a fly. Then he befriended the black kid who was, you know, into gang shit and already on a bad path. They collided, and here we are. That's believable too. And the only reason why I think, because I am listening to the white kid talk, and he does just seem more educated. He seems more level-headed. He doesn't necessarily seem cold-blooded, whereas the black kid seems a little bit more cold-blooded to me. He does. He has more. He seems to have more to hide, more questions that he's trying not to answer. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was like, it sounds like this could have been a gang initiation gone bad, honestly. Sounds like it could have been a gang initiation gone bad. Oh, you're tough? I'm going to show you some tough guys. Get into the car with the tough guys. Oh, he's tough? Oh, you're not tough. You got these guns? What are you not willing to do nothing with these guns? Let's go find somebody to do something to. Show me you tough, and then you can ride with us. You could be down with us. You know? But I'm sure if it was all that, then the white kid would just flat out say it. You know, and probably, you know, let's continue.
They seem much harder than you?
What do you mean?
Like more thug.
Like what?
Thuggish.
Yeah.
Harder.
Yeah, definitely.
And so you're just...
Pretty much.
So after leaving the church, this group of 2 or 4 then head toward the movie theater to do this car hopping. And this is where the group of girls and the group of boys collide.
So you and everybody else in the car are driving around?
They don't know everybody else. It was only one person, 2 people. It was only 2 people.
Just 2 people?
Yeah.
Okay.
It went left. It went, nobody ain't supposed to get robbed. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to go car hopping, but he turned it to this area. You know what I'm saying? Started talking about robbing. We walking down the street. You know, somebody walking, people walking down the street. It was one of the victims that looked like a male. He pointed him out, said that's robbed him. I said, nah, they probably don't even got nothing. They don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Then he drove around the block again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to press me, acting like I'm scared or something. I let my pride get the best of me, and I did it. And you know what I'm saying? Somebody's life got messed up, and it affected a lot of people.
We're driving down the road, and we see the 3 girls, and we're all kind of just looking at them. We're checking them out, like, we're kind of just like who's the best one? Like, they're like beautiful girls, so we're just kind of like seeing which one looks the best, like, off our opinions. One of the individuals told me, he said he thinks he recognizes one of them. He tells me to turn around, he's like, he thinks he knows them. And we kind of wanted to say, like, what's up, or as we're pulling up on them. I'm kind of like nervous, because it's kind of like a weird scenario. Like, JD wants to say what's up, and it's just like we're on a dark road. It's like they're walking down. So that's what.
All right. So now I think they're both lying. I think they're both lying. They're both telling the truth. I think the black kid is telling the truth in the sense that I think that they genuinely were just looking to hop cars and not necessarily rob anyone. I think it probably was his idea to rob people, and he pointed out the girls and mentioned them, because they did a U-turn, don't forget. He pointed out the girls and said, let's rob them. And I do think the black kid probably did say, like, no, they don't probably have anything. And that's when we saw them drive past the girls the first time. And then just like the black kid said, the white kid insisted and probably was like, yeah, no, let's rob them. You know? I don't know if this whole checking the girls thing out is true. And the only reason why I don't think it's true is because it doesn't, that was apparent from anyone's testimony so far. Like, and there was no point where anyone said that the car was parked and they were watching the girls and then they drove past them. Like, no, the car was just driving and they saw them as they're approaching them in the distance. And the black, he didn't even know that they were girls. So I don't know if I believe that the whole story of, oh, they were checking them out. I don't know if I believe that. And I think him saying that allows him to cast doubt to the idea or to the fact that it was his idea to rob the girls overall. Because based on the way the car was driving, it does look like he was driving, saw the girls, and at that moment he probably mentioned, oh, let's rob them, and then that's when the black kid's like, there's no reason to, they probably don't have anything, blah 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 blah. And then you see him do the U-turn, and he's like, and it's an erratic U-turn. It's like, nah, let's do it. Like, are you scared? Dude, you da 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 da. And then that's when everything happens. And I actually think that they passed the girls more than once. I think they passed them, did a U-turn, passed them, and did it again. But we only see the first U-turn on camera, I believe. But yeah, I do think they're both lying. I think the white kid was the mastermind in the sense that he was trying to prove something, like most people in his position are, especially if the other guys were more thuggish than him and he's the one who had the guns. He probably was trying to prove that he was harder than everyone. That's why he was like so animate on robbing anyone instead of just robbing a car. But I do believe that there were two other people there. Unless he says, and in fact, I only believe that because the victim said that. I don't think that the victims would imagine a third person for no reason. Only problem though is and this is, I bet, the lawyer's issue too, is he himself, the white kid, is saying that there were 4 people, including himself, and he was the driver, right? The victims, however, are saying that they know for a fact there was definitely 3 people. However, she knows for a fact that the driver was a part of those 3. Which kind of doesn't make sense because where's the other person? He's saying there's 4, they're saying it's 3. It would make sense if there was 4 and one person stayed in the car, which is probably what happened. But why wouldn't the driver stay in the car? And he didn't stay in the car because he had something to prove. And it was his idea all along. And he was probably doing what the black kid said, which was, you know, calling him scary and shit. Playing against his pride, because that would make sense. That would explain why the white kid got out at all, because it would make more sense for him to stay in the car as the driver so then get away. But he got out because he had to prove something, because he just sat there and he was talking all that BS, so he can't sit in the car now. So yeah, so I think they are both lying, but I think the white kid's probably lying more, only because truthfully, I mean, he's trying to, what is his angle right now? I guess he's trying to make it seem like, let me see what he's saying, because I still haven't figured out if the white kid is trying to make it seem like he was less involved because he's the shooter, if I'm not mistaken, and he brought the guns there. So I don't understand this whole, I don't understand what his position is. If he's just trying to do the right thing and prove to the jury that there were another 2 people, then I guess I understand. Also, what is this trial for? Is this trial for the murder of the girl? Or is this trial to determine if there were 2 more people? Because sometimes they'll have a trial and say, yes, we believe that this case has to bring charges to 2 more individuals, and then they will name the 2 other individuals, and they are saying this name here, and then, you know, they'll bring charges to them. So I guess that's what that's about, and I'm assuming he's the white kid has already been found guilty for the actual murder I'm assuming. Right? Let's see. I don't know.
As I'm driving, I flash eye beams to like acknowledge our presence type of thing. I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking they're gonna roll down the windows. But as I'm pulling up, JD or someone in the back seat, they crack the door so the car starts beeping on the dashboard. So I'm like, okay, so I guess they're gonna get out the vehicle. And everybody, I look back because I'm kind of expecting
that was weird.
JD to like say something.
Why that was weird? Because why did he say JD or whoever? Like he doesn't know who cracked the door. Was it JD or was it not JD? And if it wasn't JD, why did you assume originally? And I could tell just by his testimony, like it seems like there were definitely two other people.
And as he's getting out of the vehicle, I noticed him. When I first seen him, I noticed he had what I thought at the time it was a do-rag, but it turns out to be a ski mask. He pulls the ski mask down, and I'm just looking at him. He pulls firearm out, runs up, and then they're trying to rob these girls. Everybody. As they get out the car, it's within 10 seconds. Christopher runs up to Emma, Trey runs up to Deja, and JD's at Kayla. And everybody's kind of like struggling. And out of the three of them, I kind of noticed Kayla and JD, they're kind of almost in like altercation. They're fighting. I kind of run up to separate them. Like, and before I even get up, that's when the gun went off. I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, or something to that effect.
And you are in front of the white girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that changes things again. So if the white boy's testimony is that he didn't shoot the girl, that one of the other people in the car who they're saying wasn't in the car, they're the ones who shot it, then we gotta, like, now I got some questions, because weren't you telling me that this white kid had 2 guns in the car when Christopher got in the car? He already had 2 guns on him? You know? Let me see what Christopher says.
And you point your gun and you are both demanding that they give them your stuff, correct?
Yeah.
And just within moments of you getting out, a gun goes off.
Yeah.
And what was your immediate thought when the gun went off?
Why did you shoot?
Why did you shoot? And that came out of your mouth. You said that. Why did you shoot?
Yeah.
Now here's what happened from the perspective they're referring to.
Some kids drove and they were staring at us. I was able to make eye contact with the driver.
Okay, and what can you describe for the jury what the driver looked like?
White with blue eyes, I think. Blonde bowl cut with a gray collared Nike sweater and sweatpants, I'd assume. After a whole U-turn in the neighborhood and came back down the other road. They flashed their high beams at us, and next thing I know, there are people hopping out of the car and attacking us.
And by they, was there someone that ran at you and attacked you?
Yes, ma'am. African male, young, about the same height as me, and he was wearing a black t-shirt tied around his face with red shirt and jorts.
Okay. And did he have anything in his hands?
A gun. He was telling me that he was going to shoot me.
Did anyone go in the direction of Luann?
I recall 3.
Okay, and can you describe them for the jury?
2 African male and 1 white.
Did any of the people or occupants from the car go to Kayla?
The driver.
The driver?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the same person that you've described as being a white male with blue eyes and a bowl cut?
Yes, ma'am. I heard 3 shots go off.
And Kayla's the girl who died, I'm pretty sure, right?
I fell to the ground and just tried to protect my body and myself.
Did the person who was attacking you say anything to the driver of the car?
He was asking, why'd you shoot?
Exactly. Okay. So yeah. So now this makes sense. So yes. So the white kid shot the girl, right? And he's now trying to say that one of the other 2 people who were with them that hasn't been apprehended is actually the one who shot the girl. So now it all makes sense. Because I was wondering, like, why is this even but I get it now. So the white kid is lying. He shot that girl for sure. Only reason why I know that for a fact is because I'm believing the victims right now. The victim said that the one who was in front of Kayla was the driver. So if that was a driver, then like it just is what it is. I mean, I don't know what else to say. She's saying it was him, and she's also corroborating that to the driver after he shot the girl. Why did you shoot? which is exactly what the black kid is saying. He said, "Why did you shoot?" So I totally understand what's happening. Yes, there was 4 people there. Yes, there were 2 people who were in the car who should be standing trial for this. However, the defense for the white kid, they're trying to use the absence of those 2 people to cast doubt in whether or not the white kid shot the girl. So now it makes sense. Now I understand why it felt like everyone was lying, because everyone is. The black kid is lying about there not being 2 other people, because I'm pretty sure he's in a gang. So he has to lie. He cannot say that there were 2 other people. He has to lie. The white kid is lying about him not being the shooter. He brought 2 guns to the occasion. He had his own guns, 2 of them at that. He was the one who suggested to rob the girls. I believe the other people were just trying to rob cars, not rob people, like they said. I think he was probably the least disciplined, and he shot the girl. And now they're using the absence of the other 2 people as their defense, saying you don't even have the full picture here. There were 2 other people in the car with guns trying to rob these girls. Who shot them? Because you don't even have those other 2 people here. You didn't even have them on trial. You didn't even, so it's a great defense, don't get me wrong. It's a great defense. Only problem is any jury is gonna say, well, the victim is saying pretty much what the other assailant is saying. The black kid is saying the white kid shot her, and I said, why did you do that? And the victim is saying the white kid, because there was 3 black males and 1 white kid. The white kid, the driver, shot her. And then one of the other people said, why would you do that? So that already right there lets me know, okay, the white kid definitely shot her. Yes, but the white kid definitely shot her. And hopefully they walk away with that. Yes, there were other people. We're going to do our best to try to get those other people. They've said the name of those other people 1,000 times in this video already. But that doesn't mean that you already have the shooter. You already have the shooter. You already have the killer. So let's just focus on wrapping him up and getting him out of here. Because clearly, if he's lying, right? Clearly, he's not in jail right now, or he has some chance of getting out. So let's wrap this up, because he did that shit.
Did all of the people who had come out of the car get back into the car?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened once they got back into the car?
They drove off. She was on the ground bleeding. We immediately called 911.
And now here's the perspective of Luann, who had been friends with Kayla since elementary school.
When you get unbeatable back.
I feel so bad for these people. Bad for them. I don't want to watch that ad though, sorry.
Welcome.
I got all day, buddy.
Was attacking you. Say anything to the driver of the car.
I'm bleeding.
Of the vehicle. I heard someone shout, "Give us all your money." At that point, I was...
This girl is traumatized, and I feel so bad for her. She seems like she was a sweet girl, sweetheart, probably still is, but just looking at her overall, at the white spaces above her eyes, she is traumatized. Like, something so sad and just traumatizing about being in like just such a happy state of bliss, and then just having like just immediately like just tragedy. Like it literally trains you to not be happy. Like you walk away from the situation blaming yourself, saying, I shouldn't have been so happy. The world punished me for being so happy. Like, I definitely had a moment in life where I was telling myself that, like, as a kid, where I would tell myself, like, I can never get too happy or too excited about anything, because if I did, it would always get ruined. Like, it would just get ruined. Like, I would always, like, it would fail. Like, if I got too excited or too happy about anything, it would get destroyed. It would get ruined. Like, it would never work out. So I always had to just keep, like, this balance of how happy or excited I could be, because if I'm too excited or if I'm too happy, it's just not going to work out for me. And that's from trauma, you know what I mean? That's from fucking trauma. And like, that's from being in a situation like like something like this where you're going to the movie theaters with your friends and just having an amazing time and like no worries in the world, just being fucking kids, and then you're walking down the street just being kids, wondering how the world could be so great, and then the next thing you know, it shows you that it's not. Like, it rears its ugly fucking head and it like shows you that it's not great at all, that it's evil and destructive, and all the things in the world that you thought you were sheltered from and protected from, you're not. You're just getting lucky every single day, you know? And that shit fucks with you. That shit will fucking destroy you. And looking at this person, I'm not judging her at all, but I feel really bad because I see like just a lot of pain, and I don't think anyone deserves to go through stuff like this, you know? Like, who deserves this? Like, who deserves this? And then it's not like, but then it's from like damn near they're fucking, you know, someone who's in the same age group as them, not even like some older guys. Like, it's literally kids. If not, those kids might have been younger than them, except that the two older males I think were older, but the two kids were both 15 and 16 or whatever. It's just sad.
Scared, and I just wanted to say anything to deflect the situation, so automatically I started screaming. The driver had ran across the car along with the person that had me at gunpoint. They had went over to where Emma and Kayla were. I remember hearing 3 shots. I remember
3 shots?
seeing Kayla let herself down on the ground.
He shot her 3 times? So it wasn't even an accident. It wasn't even... It is literally sitting here on this stand pretending as if he deserves some form of sympathy or something, when it sounds like he literally shot this girl 3 times just because she didn't have anything to give him, or just to look cool or something. Like I thought the gun just went off, you know, but they're saying 3 fucking shots.
And I ran over to her, but she was panicking. She had told me to call Tati.
And who is Tati?
Her sister.
Did you try to call Tati?
Yes.
Did you make any other phone calls for Kayla?
I think her grandma.
During this time, was Kayla still able to communicate with you?
Yes.
At some point, did you or anybody on the scene have a conversation with Kayla's?
I think Kayla was talking to her mom.
While the girls are waiting for help to arrive, Thomas drives back to his house.
It was awkward. It was silence the whole time, pretty much. When I get back to the house,
bro, fuck this kid, bro. And he might really get away with this shit. Like, he might really get a fucking slap on the wrist and they say, oh well, he didn't do it, it was one of the other 2. No, he killed that girl. He shot that girl. He did. I don't think anybody else in that car would have. I just don't. Just based off the demeanor of the one kid, Chris, he seems like he just knew better. And it seems like this white boy didn't. It seems like this white boy didn't know better because he wasn't cut from that cloth. And that's how it normally always it boils down. Like, you're more likely, if you run into this group, right? The same group, right? You're more than likely to get killed by the kid who wasn't born in the area that the other kids were. You know, the one who like came and visited, even though they were visiting him, but the one who from the suburbs down to the hood, or the one who would let his hood friends come chill with him up in the suburbs. It gets down to it, he's gonna be the one to kill you quicker because he has something to prove. He not only has something to prove, but he hasn't seen what the lifestyle truly does to other people and like to his family members. Like, he didn't see his, you know, his cousin get hit with 50 fucking years at the age of 15 because he shot some fucking little girl or something. He didn't see that, you know what I mean? So he just thinks it's a fucking movie. He thinks he can shoot somebody 3 times and they'll just go to the hospital. You know, they drove really fast, so they won't know who did it. No camera saw anything. It'll just be in the fucking paper, and she'll be okay. No, bro, you fucking killed that girl, and then they have you on every flock camera in a 3-mile radius, speeding down the street, all the way to your house. Yeah, and you know, and that's it. I'm gonna try to keep watching shitty. Because I think, you know, this is kind of evil, man. It's like evil. And it's like, I understand when you get into these predicaments, you kind of have to just focus on yourself and self-preservation. And if there's a way to get out and not go to prison, then you, by all means, you try to take that chance, right? But it definitely does taste a little different. The person who's trying to jerk the system is someone who hopped out on 3 girls who just got done seeing a movie theater, guns drawn, demanding that they give them everything that they have, and then that person decided to shoot one of the girls 3 times before leaving with his friends, never taking a single fucking thing, literally just hopping out, assassinating one of these girls, and then just leaving. And it's like, that person deserves to rot under the prison. He doesn't deserve any form of anything at all, you know. He just doesn't. And yeah, it sucks because he might have a chance here.
Trey and JD, they just go their separate ways. Like, they didn't even have the chance to go into the house or anything. They just kind of got out at the driveway.
And Thomas and Chris decide to burn their clothes in Thomas's backyard. From there, Chris calls his dad for a ride to go home, but there's some kind of address mix-up, so eventually Thomas's mom agrees to take Chris home. But once Chris gets home, he says Thomas calls him and that resulted in something they both weren't expecting.
Did he call you right after the murder and pretend that police officers were at his house?
Yeah.
And did somebody overhear that conversation?
Yeah, my cousin.
Your cousin. And what did your cousin do when he overheard this conversation? Did he call your dad?
Yeah.
And he told your dad that you were in some type of trouble. When your dad knew that you were in...
Oh my God. And then when his dad found out, let me guess, the dad made him turn himself in.
some type of trouble, did he confront you about what had happened?
Yeah.
And did you lie to your dad at first about you being involved in a robbery where 𝖔𝖓𝖑𝖞𝖌𝖔𝖙 was dead?
Yeah.
And eventually did you have to tell your dad?
Yeah.
And did you tell your dad who was involved?
Yes.
And at that point, is that when you, your dad, and your family met with T and his mom at the park and at your grandma's house and came up with a plan?
Yes.
So the day after Kayla is killed, Chris's family and Thomas's family all meet up at a park. And Thomas's mother says while they were at this park, Chris's family threatened her and the evidence.
Did you meet up with...
Oh my god, this shit has so many moving parts. Oh my god. It just got so much deeper. So you mean to tell me... You mean... What state is this, bro? This is like... This is some hillbilly hick shit, bro. I don't mean to say all that. But you mean to tell me, dude, that... your kids have known each other for months, right? And the parents of one kid overhears basically that they've been involved in a murder, and you and that and come up with a plan at a park, and you guys have only been friends for a month. I don't know, that just sounds iffy to me. Something about that just sounds off. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know. Like, that's just some down south. Like, usually, one parent would just call the police and turn their kid in. But it seems like they were trying to fucking really get away with this shit. Which is sad, really, because, again, that they killed. I mean, it's a girl the same age as them, but it's still a little girl nonetheless.
With T and his mom at the park and at your grandma's house and came up with a plan?
Yes.
So the day after Kayla is killed, Chris's family and Thomas's family all meet up at a park. And Thomas's mother says while...
God damn it, I keep hitting the fucking... my back paddle.
Who was involved? Christopher Horn Sr.
After Kayla is killed, Chris's family and Thomas's family all meet up at a park. And Thomas's mother says while they were at this park, Chris's family threatened her and told her to get rid of the evidence.
Oh my god.
Did you meet up with Buster's family, with his mom, Shanice, his dad, Christopher Horn Sr., Christopher Horn Sr.'s girlfriend, Shanita, as well as, did I say Shanice Stewart? Did you meet up with them at a park?
They pulled up to my home first.
Okay. And did you
and
follow
told
them?
me to go there? Yes.
And you followed them to a park?
Yes.
Okay. And at that park, did you discuss the fact that 𝖔𝖓𝖏 had been murdered?
I don't remember.
At this point,
Yeah,
had
they're
your
lying.
son been arrested for the murder of 𝖔𝖓𝖏?
No.
Was he present with you at the park?
Yes.
And had Chris been arrested for the murder?
No.
And was he present with the group at the park?
Yes.
Did you have any
Oh,
discussions with the Horn family about getting rid of evidence?
Christopher Horn Sr. was giving me instructions of how to get rid of evidence.
And
however, I did not follow them.
Based upon those threats, did the police arrest anyone?
Yes, they did.
What happened to those charges?
They were all dropped.
Did the Horn family offer to pay his legal fees?
Yes, they did.
Nothing.
Christopher's mom, aunt, and dad were all arrested on witness tampering charges. But before you jump to too many conclusions, it turns out that Christopher's dad recorded that entire park meeting. And that's why prosecutors say they dropped the charges. Just watch.
One of the big issues in this
Oh, this is
case
good. This is juicy stuff right here. I'm locked in, chat.
The tampering that came about where Christopher Horn's mother, father, and aunt were arrested based on statements that Jessica Stein gave to the Coral Police Department. Those statements she gave were specific to a meeting that they had at a park, and then it went to like a grandmother's house or somewhere nearby. In the statements, she talks about threats to her life, talks about all these horrible things that they did and said. We, as Your Honor knows, she did not know she was being recorded. We got that recording that recorded that entire exchange at the park and then afterward. In that entire exchange, it was an entirely different story than Jessica Stein told police officers. And based on that, the charges were dropped by the state. The state is in agreement. We can never bring in the recording or reference it. But I just want to make it very, very clear that this recording was one of the most disturbing things that I received because I charged 3 people based on the word of Mrs. Stein. This recording is wildly different than what she said happened. And when I say what she say happened, it was during that time frame at the park, and she was very clear that that's when it was happened. As soon as I had that information and reviewed it, I immediately dropped the charges. This isn't some silly conspiracy where the state's trying to give Christopher Horn's parents a chance. In fact, if I could have charged Jessica Stein for perjury, evidence would have been that recording, and I can't use it. That's how serious it was. So going down this road, it is painting a incorrect picture for the jury by saying the charges were dropped to get Mr. Horn to testify. 100% false, so much so that I even provided the defense my notes that I took after meeting with Raka Stewart and her attorney.
Did you catch all that? In Florida, it is illegal to record someone without their consent. And since Jessica Stein didn't know Christopher Horn Sr. was recording her, the recording can't be used or even referenced in court. But the prosecutor did listen to it, and according to her, it did not match what Jessica said. And that is why she dropped the charges. Okay, so the park meetup happens on March 18th, the day after Kayla was killed. But by the time they had this meeting, Thomas Stein had already sold the gun he had the night of the murder.
What happened to it?
I sold the Glock.
Okay. How?
On Telegram.
Did you own a Glock 27 at the time?
His mom got rid of that fucking gun. Bullshit.
I believe so.
And was it a gun that you purchased legally?
Yes, ma'am.
After the murder of 𝖔𝖓𝖏, did you ever see that gun again?
No.
The following day, March 19th, Thomas Stein gets arrested. And it didn't take long for law enforcement to track him down because of video surveillance and license plate readers from around the city. That allowed law enforcement to see that it was a Hertz rental car. And once they go to the rental car office, they're able to see that the rental agreement was signed by Jessica Stein, and they're able to get video surveillance of Jessica dropping that car off.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. His mom got rid of the gun and everything, I bet.
So law enforcement does a quick search of Jessica's children, and that leads them right to Thomas Stein. And because the girls were able to describe the driver as a white boy with blue eyes and a bowl cut, officers are quickly able to make the connection and make the arrest. Now, it does take them a little longer to find and arrest Christopher Horn, and when they did, one month later, he had gotten rid of the gun he had that night and his cell phone.
Yeah, my bad.
Is that the gun that you have?
Yeah, I
March
guess
17th,
he didn't respond to my text today asking what time.
Where's that gun
so I'm
now?
actually standing here again.
In the river.
She do have court tomorrow, yeah.
Okay.
Which river?
I guess.
I don't know.
Did you have your cell phone with you on March 17th?
That's what I was gonna. I don't know. I didn't plan on it. I didn't take off or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's virtual. They sent me an email about it.
How did it end up in the Calusa hatching?
I do it.
I don't know. What do you think I should?
When?
March 18th.
March 18th?
Yeah.
2024?
Yeah, I
the
guess,
day after
maybe.
the murder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So.
Were you with anyone?
My cousin.
Which cousin's name?
I don't know his real name.
I
do it.
I thought that she was
So
going to
did he
court
stop in the
in
middle of
reference to me
No, he
being
didn't know.
here
He thought I
when you
do
first told me.
paper
I didn't know that
round,
the
he
court
not
was
do
in
it
reference to the assault or
Why'd you get
whatever.
rid of your cell phone?
So I was.
Because I don't know my phone is linked to. It's gonna be linked to the murder scene.
So Christopher and Thomas are both charged as adults,
No,
and then
and
about
if
a
she
year
shows
after
up,
they are
I'll
charged,
tell you. But
Christopher
she,
Horn
that's
contacts
already 8, so
prosecutors to
and she didn't
accept a
respond.
plea
So
deal.
yeah, he's not.
And at some point through your lawyer, you reached out because
I'll
you
talk to
wanted
her.
to provide information to the state and you were hoping to get a better deal. Is that correct?
Yes.
You didn't want to go to trial and fight the charges.
Yes.
You pled to felony murder because during the course of the robbery you attempted, Kayla was shot and killed. Is that correct?
Yes.
Or you made an offer on this case if you cooperated.
Yeah.
What's the offer?
25 years in prison.
25 years in prison. Is that with a minimum mandatory? So no minimum mandatory.
No mandatory.
What were you looking at if you didn't take that offer?
Life.
Life. And to your understanding, life in Florida means life.
Yeah.
So you go into a box, you get carried out in a box.
Yeah.
Of that 25 years, because you don't have a minimum mandatory, what will you actually be serving?
21.
21 years?
Yeah.
Good time and game.
Yeah.
What happens if the state says you weren't truthful in your testimony?
I'm gonna get life.
The plea is off the table, and you're getting life.
Yeah.
So Chris accepts the plea, and in exchange for providing information about what happened that night and agreeing to testify against his co-defendant, Thomas Stein, Chris is sentenced to 25 years.
That's
and one of the
fucking
pieces of
terrible.
information he provides to
feel so
prosecutors
bad.
is two people in the car. He says the reason the girls may have thought there were more than two people is because he accidentally opened two doors after the incident. Just watch.
But everyone says there's 4 people in the car.
Okay. I don't think the white kid would have just made up 2 random people. I just don't think that. Also, if they were able to track the car, they never saw other people. They didn't drop anybody off. It went from the crime scene straight to his mom's house. Because if it made a detour, then that's an easy way to decide whether or not there's other people there. It's just now when you have the whole plea deal thing, I don't take that plea deal, even though 25 to life is basically just fucking life. Even if he's 15, he's not going to get out until he's fucking, 40? Yeah, 40. I mean, he still has a lot to live. I'll be 40 in 10 years, so he has a lot to live for. But if you've been in jail from 15 to 40, your life's, you don't have much to look forward to. He might, fucking 25 years outside of jail, it's hard not to die. You know what I mean? So it's not like they did him any favors. And honest to God, I feel bad. I still think that if the roles were reversed, and let's say Chris was the shooter and the white kid was in Chris's position, they probably would have given him a 5-year plea deal. We'll give you 5 years if you testify against your co-defendant. Usually they don't do that. If they tell you to some time, but if they have a solid case against the person, then they won't. And I guess they had a solid case again, I just don't see why he can just lie, unless he's planning on spending the rest of his life in jail and he needs to be protected by a gang. Then that would make perfect sense. So, see, I don't think Thomas is making people up. Anyone other than Thomas shot that girl. I think he shot the girl. I do think that. I think Christopher, if Thomas didn't shoot the girl and it was someone that Christopher knew, he wouldn't say who it was, but he would say it wasn't Thomas. At that point, he probably would admit that there was someone else in the car. He just doesn't know who. Like, he didn't know. He doesn't remember their name or something.
No, it just sounded like it's 3 people. Cause I shut the door when I got scared. When I ran, I got on the back door. Then I got in the front door and shut it.
So you ran to the back door?
I ran to the back door. I got to the back door. I shut it, and I ran to the front door, passenger seat.
Why?
Because I was nervous.
But Thomas Stein's attorney says Christopher is lying. He says Chris is actually protecting whoever else got in the car that night.
Who are you trying to protect, Chris?
Nobody. I can't protect nobody. I ain't trying to save nobody.
It was your dad giving the advice on how to get rid of evidence, correct?
My dad ain't nothing to do with it. Y'all be trying to paint an image on me, you know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't never trying to paint an image on them.
Why would your dad?
His mama helped do all.
Why would your dad advise Miss Stein?
He's got a valid point, bro. They're trying to paint this Christopher kid out to be like this evil person who has so much to hide, and it's like clearly the. And it's so sad because like that guy's mom got rid of that fucking murder weapon for him the day after, knowing that he killed someone, and they're just gonna gloss over it and act like she didn't do it. She clearly did. And then she tried to lie and say that this kid's family did this and a third, to the point where the prosecution or wanted to press charges against her after they proved that she didn't. Like, clearly that white kid's family let him do whatever the fuck he wanted, and they also thought they could do whatever the fuck they wanted, and that's why he's sitting on stand right now lying about shooting that girl. I don't think Christopher's being honest either. I mean, now that I know that Thomas is saying that the other person is who shot the girl, now that I know that, I'm 100% convinced that there might not even been 2 other people, and Thomas is just lying. The only reason why I do think that there were other people there and Christopher's lying about that is because I don't think the victims would have mixed that up. Like, I know it happened really fast, but people hopping out of a car and pointing guns at you, like, if there's 3 and you think there's 4 or 5 but there's only 3, but I just can't understand there being 2 but you mistaking it for 4. Like, 2 people very different than 4, whereas 3 people hopping out of a car isn't that different from 4, or might not even be that different feeling from 5, especially if they all have guns. But I don't see how 2 people can turn into 4. I could see 3 turning into 4, or 4 turning into 5, or looking like 5, but I don't really see how that happens with just 2 people. So if the victims are saying there were 4 other people, I agree. There probably were. Or 2 other people, then I agree there probably was. And even though Christopher is 100% getting railroaded by both sides, or at least by Thomas's, lawyer and his family, I do think he is indeed lying about the other 2 people, and maybe he wouldn't have gotten 25 to life if he didn't lie. But then again, probably not, because again, the other 2 people, I think the prosecution knows that the other 2 people, even if they were in the car, they're not the ones who shot the girl. That's why they're not Christopher any real plea deal, because they already have Thomas, the shooter, the person who committed the murder. They already have. This trial right now is just to cast doubt in the validity of his current, is what it seems like. So with that being said, they don't have any reason for a plea deal that that exonerates him in any way or gets him out of jail quicker, because Thomas has no way of proving that he didn't pull the trigger. He just doesn't. Right now, they can't even prove whether or not the other people were there. And prosecution probably, honest to God, right? Here's the kicker. Prosecution probably actually knows that there were 2 other people there, and prosecution probably can prove it themselves that there were 2 other people there, but they just don't want to, because that helps Thomas cast doubt in the fact that he was the shooter. They probably know for a fact he was the shooter, and they know for a fact that there were 2 other people there, but they would much rather just put Thomas in jail, and whoever else they can get, they'll throw the book at them too, which in this case would be Christopher. As long as they got the shooter, that's all that matters. The other 2 people, they think, well, they'll get them further down the line anyways, you know. That's how the cookie crumbles. I bet the prosecution knows that there were 2 other people. They just don't really care. Like, it doesn't, you know. They don't want to help Chris. They don't want to help Thomas in any way whatsoever. For this trial right here, they have to pretend that there weren't 2 additional individuals, and that's what they're gonna do, because Thomas is the one who pulled that trigger, and he's trying to pretend like whoever else pulled the trigger.
How to get rid of evidence.
Here they come. ShopRite's all new locked.
Guys, when are you gonna learn, old man? When are you gonna learn? I'm a millennial. I don't watch ads.
It was your dad giving the advice on how to get rid of evidence, correct?
My dad.
And Thomas done as to how to get rid of evidence.
Before I go, let me answer a few things because I know y'all are probably going to ask in the comments. Number 1, since law enforcement didn't have Christopher Horn's actual phone, they were never able to do a phone download, which could have revealed any communications he had with people using communication apps. Think like Snapchat, WhatsApp, anything like that a phone provider couldn't send, the phone download would have shown. Okay, and thing number 2 is that without the 2 or 4 guns that were on site that night, law enforcement wasn't able to make a conclusion about which gun actually killed Kayla. Now, a gun expert did do some testing.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why the mom, Thomas's mom, is the most evil character in all of this. She is by far the most evil character in all of this because her son killed someone in cold blood. She knows that, and she got rid of that weapon. She got rid of that gun. She knew exactly what to do, and she did it, and then tried to blame it and make it seem like the dad of the black kid taught her how to get rid of the evidence in case it comes, oh, he taught me how to do it. He told me how to do it. No, she did that. She did that, and her getting rid of that gun was probably the one thing that could have made her son walk free. Because if they don't have the murder weapon, and if they can't tie him to the murder scene, then he's as good as free. But they were able to tie him to the murder scene through the car, through the victim testimony, and then through Christopher's testimony as well. So they didn't need the gun, but the gun, them not having the gun also is why they're able to cast doubt in who even shot the girl to begin with, because there's no way for anyone to prove outside of hearsay who shot the gun that shot Kayla, you know what I'm saying, to do ballistics and whatnot. So she do it, like, she, in my opinion, had probably the most evil act in all of this. I mean, we could talk about the kids doing what they did. Yes, that was evil 100%. They're just dumbass kids though. They're idiots. They're dumb kids. And she's a grown-ass lady, and I guess you could talk about the love that a mother has for her child, but at some point, of course the mother's love is always going to be strong and always going to be there, but it's just at some point we have to be looking inward, because if your child is killing someone in cold blood, then we really do have to think about the love that you've been giving them, because maybe you've been giving them a little bit too much love if they feel as if they can just take a life and then not have to be accountable for it in any way. And then if you're reaffirming that by tampering with fucking evidence to make sure you don't have to ever, you know, answer for the shit that they did, then it's like clearly you are the problem. You know, she's definitely the most evil person here. You know, I don't know what I would do in that situation. I hope I'm never in that situation, but I would say that if it was my child and they like murdered a gangster and they wanted to pretend to rob people, I don't know if I would get rid of that evidence and not turn my kid in. I could see some situations where I might not. Maybe they were trying to defend themselves and they got carried away, or maybe it was a retaliation for something that might have been done to them or to someone they love. You know, things of that nature. I could see me maybe taking my child's side and protecting them at all costs. But if they literally just did some cold-blooded shit, as much as it would break my heart, I don't know if I could like be their accomplice for that. Because at the end of the day, I still have to be a parent, like a father. And what kind of father am I if I'm reaffirming their actions by helping them like did, or by helping them get away from consequences for what they did? It's only me telling them that what they did was okay, and if they ever back, when unfortunately I probably need to be telling them the opposite. Yeah.
That led her to believe the gun that killed Kayla was a Glock 27, like the one Thomas Stein was carrying that night. But she also says on the stand that the prosecutors didn't have her test any other kind of guns. They only wanted her to test a Glock 27.
Specifically, you went to a firearms store to look for a Glock 27 Gen 5, right?
Yes, to use as a comparison.
Is it possible that those marks or abrasions, is it possible that a Colt made those?
I would have to compare a Colt in a similar way.
Okay. Did you compare the serrations of a 1911 to those wounds? Are you aware that there was a 1911 allegedly used in this case?
I don't believe I was aware of that.
Okay, so that was basically the trial, and by the end of it, I still couldn't decide how many people were actually in that car, and I also couldn't decide who pulled the trigger.
Thomas definitely pulled the trigger. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And the only reason why I'm sure Thomas pulled the trigger is because the victim's testimony and not his co-defendant, the person testifying against him, Christopher, because they're not co-defendants, he's testifying against him. The victim's testimony and Christopher's testimony is way too similar for them to be on the opposite sides of the coin. Like, one's the victim and the other is the person who committed the crime. Excuse me. And both of their testimony is the same as far as who pulled the trigger and what immediately was said following the trigger being pulled. That lets me know that both parties, being Christopher and the victim, are telling the truth, and they're giving an accurate recollection, because it all checked out. In all honesty, it shouldn't, because one's the victim and one's the assailant, so it shouldn't check out. Someone should be lying. But they're both telling the truth, because neither one of them have anything to lose in that moment, because they're not the ones who pulled the trigger. Thomas is. That's why both of their stories are the same, and Thomas's is different. However, the only thing that's a toss-up is whether or not there were two other people. Again, when it comes to the victim, I find it hard to believe that the victims just saw two other people and they're just making that up. I find that hard to believe. However, one victim, I believe, says that there was three of them. And I think that's why prosecution asked, oh, out of the three, did you see the driver? And she confirmed, yes, the driver, because one of them says there was only three. One of them says that there was four. So there's conflict in there. I just do not believe that you could visibly see two people and mistake it for three or four, even if they have guns. I mean, things happen when it comes to trauma and stuff, so it's possible confuse yourself, but I genuinely think that if she saw four people, it's probably burned into her memory. And there was also three of them, and they're pretty much saying that one person was pointing a gun at each one of them. There was not a single one of the three women who weren't being, like, I guess, guarded or whatever by someone with a gun. So there had to at least be three, from what it sounds like. And she said specifically that the driver was one of the three that she saw, whereas the other person said that they saw four people. So that lets me know that at least Thomas was definitely there, and there was at least definitely three, at least, right? Yeah, I mean, were there two other people? Were there not? Maybe, maybe not. I think there's a good chance there were. I think Christopher has... It's weird because Christopher has so much more to lose from lying than he has, in my opinion, to gain from lying. Like, I know he wants maybe protection, but I don't know. It has to be gang related. This is the only way this makes sense is if it's gang related. If it's gang related, then that explains why Chris is lying. If it's not gang related, I do not understand why Chris would be lying. I just genuinely don't. Because why lie and say that the two people that were there weren't there if they were there, and you don't have to worry about, you know, getting fucking shanked by some Crips when you go back to jail if you tell on the kids. So yeah, I think two things can be right at the same time. I think Thomas pulled the trigger. Thomas killed that girl. There were also two other people in the car. Two other people were also in the car. Maybe one person sat in the car while they did this. I just don't get why the one person who sat in the car wouldn't be the driver. You know, I just don't understand.
But those questions really didn't matter because of Florida's law of principles.
And the actual instruction reads that if the defendant helped another person or persons commit or attempt to commit a crime, the defendant is a principal and must be treated as if he had done.
See, that's bullshit. That's why Christopher got 25, because fucking Thomas killed somebody. So now, since Christopher was a part of that, you know, he also killed somebody, so he's being tried the same way. And that could also add to maybe why he isn't to throw the other two people under the bus, because he knows that, I mean, like, it's over with. That you guys needed have been caught. They're gonna get so much more time. So for these other two people who were here, who I called here, who had no business being here, who didn't shoot anybody, who didn't expect my white friend to shoot anybody, yeah, they don't deserve to get 25 to life. I mean, they might deserve it because they were a part of this whole thing to begin with, and clearly we're not the best of people. But when you really break it down, right, when you really boil it down, yes, no, I don't think that those two just not deserve it. But I don't think that any more necessarily need to go to jail on behalf of the mistakes of Thomas, right? Because who's to say that if Thomas wasn't in the picture, that these guys wouldn't have just went and robbed cars? Now, I know that robbing cars isn't like an upstanding thing to do, but it would be a much better scenario for the girl Kayla who's dead. She would still be alive. And I do believe that it was Thomas's idea to rob the girls. I do believe that just based off of the driving of the vehicle, that just like they said, and just like the girls said, that the car drove by, spotted them, and then did a U-turn and whatever, because the car drove by, spotted them, and then Thomas had the idea of robbing them, and then the other people were probably like, no, there's no point. And then Thomas did the U-turn like, nah, we're gonna do it, because he was ready to fucking be something he wasn't and prove something that he didn't need to prove. So he did that quick U-turn, hopped out the car all happy and shit, and shot that poor girl. The one thing I don't understand is, why was there 3 shots? It being 3 shots either confirms that, one, Thomas is fucking evil as fuck and he literally didn't even want to scare them or rob them, he just wanted to kill them, or 2, maybe there was definitely more than 3 people and the 3 shots could explain that. Maybe the 1 shot Thomas let off scared 2 other people and they accidentally to 3 shots. I just don't see a world where I don't know. I'm getting sleepy though. I've been yapping for so long. I'm gonna finish this up.
All the things the other person or persons did. In for a penny, in for a pound. In Florida, we do not let defendants hide behind the actions of other co-defendants. If this individual was involved in a robbery, everyone.
Yeah, that's some real Florida shit. So I think that about sums it all up.
Murder. Count 2. Attempted robbery. Kayla Christina Rakan Miller. The defendant is guilty of attempted robbery.
Oh wait, so this is the trial to determine if he's guilty of the murder or not. Okay. I see. So this is the trial to determine if he is guilty of the murder, and then his defense in during the trial and going into the trial was the whole, oh, there were 2 other people there and they could have done this. Which is a solid defense. I'm not gonna lie. It was a really good defense. The problem is Christopher. Once you have the person you did the crime with testifying against you, you're done. You're donezo, kid. You're donezo. Because no jury is gonna look at that and believe anything you're saying. If the prosecution has your accomplice on their side, then automatically everything you're saying is gonna be looked at as a lie. Automatically. So I'm definitely not surprised.
Count 3. Attempted robbery. 𝖔𝖓𝖑𝖏. The defendant is guilty of attempted robbery with a firearm.
All right.
Count 4. Attempted robbery. Emma Wright. The defendant is guilty of attempted robbery with a firearm. So say we all, dated May 4th, 2026, foreperson.
Now, under the special findings on the verdict form, the jurors noted that they did not believe Thomas is the one who pulled the trigger, but because of his involvement in the crime and because of the law of principle, believe he is guilty. Wait. Before Thomas received his sentence,
get the fuck out of here. You mean to tell me that if this would have happened with the same jury but a different state that didn't have the law of principles, that this motherfucker Thomas probably would have went the fuck home? I hate this. I just feel like it's so racially motivated. Like, it's just so racially motivated. Like, I just think that if the roles were reversed, no one would be believing this bullshit about Thomas not being the killer. Like, no one would be believing it. Like, again, I just genuinely, in my heart of hearts, I don't feel as if Christopher would go on the stand and pin the murder on someone who didn't do it. Especially if he, was the one that said initially, we don't need to rob them. We don't need to rob them. I don't think he would pin the murder on the girl, or excuse me, on somebody else. I don't think he would do that. And then the girl literally said that the black kid said to the white driver with blue eyes. That's another thing, bro. That's why this is so racist. 3 black people, white person in this equation, and they're specifically the victim and the assailant, the second assailant, both specifically say the white person with blue eyes are the ones who killed Kayla. Why would Kayla's friends need to lie about that? They would obviously want the person who did it to face repercussions. I'm like yapping so much that I'm so tired that I'm actually forgetting as I speak what I'm even talking about. I'm literally forgetting what I'm talking about. But yeah, why would the girls say, or why would the boys say, why did you do that? If why would that correlate? Why would those stories both corroborate one another? It only would if Thomas pulled the trigger like they're saying he did.
And to apologize to his victims, and he made one request from the judge.
I just want to use this opportunity to address my victims. To Jay, Emma, and to Kayla's family, and to anybody else who was impacted by this crime, and to offer an apology. On March 17th of 2024, my actions would assist and forever change the lives of many people. That night I was implicated into the murder of 𝖔𝖓𝖑𝖞𝖌𝖔𝖙. And as I reflect on that night,
oh wow, look, he went from having the suit to having the same jumpsuit as the black kid did. So this is about wrapping it up right here. I'm probably gonna end my stream soon because I'm actually really tired. I'm ending the stream now. So yeah, man, I don't know what else to say about this. I mean, justice is served. Oh, let me get back to what I was saying originally. So yeah, I just don't see why a jury would sit here and even fucking give attention to the idea that Thomas wasn't the shooter, let alone explicitly say that Thomas wasn't the shooter. This is just opening up him for the possibility of appealing or getting a lighter sentence in the future if laws change or whatnot, if they have in writing that he was sentenced to this with the conditions that the jury didn't think he actually did the murder. And that sucks because his lawyers, I'm sure his people behind him, they know that. That's why they're doing this. That's why they even had that put in there to the best of their abilities. This bro did that. He killed that girl, and he didn't have to. He killed her, and then he did it trying to be tough and be hard. And instead of him, owning up to it and saying, yeah, I shot her, I'm the one who did it because I'm a gangster or whatever he thinks he is. Instead of him owning up to it, he's fucking sitting here trying to create this whole fairy tale about the possibility that the other 2 people could have did it. And it's like, bro, you killed a girl. You killed a little adolescent girl. You didn't go kill no gangster. You didn't kill anybody who was gonna fight back. You killed someone who was absolutely, completely defenseless. You don't deserve to, which is why he didn't. He went straight to jail. But you don't deserve to have this stance that you have. You just don't. You don't deserve for anyone to even consider giving you mercy or considering your side of the story, especially if your side of the story is just lies and you tampering with evidence because your mom you know, thinks that she can just do whatever she wants. So she, you know, raised a son who also thought he could do whatever he wants, and now her son is going to go to jail. But yeah, that was not too bad at all. I'm super tired. I'm going to end my stream now. I appreciate anybody who's still in the stream for chilling with me. I won't be back on until tomorrow. But thank you guys as always, man. I'm super duper tired. I got to get some rest.